Whether you're running down the wing for England or running your own business, you hit more goals when you feel supercharged. Take control of your business finances with Xero accounting software and feel on top of your game. Xero, proud partners of the Lionesses. Your business supercharged.
Welcome to another episode of Musically Zone Talks Boxing. I'm your host, MZ. We're going to talk about it. This episode comes to you by way of HWX handcrafted candles. Their motto is relax and enjoy. We also come to you by way of the Block Fam, which started off on Marlowe's Corner. And we also got you coming through with the Track Titans. So if you know somebody looking for some music or trying to drop a track, tell them to get us over here at Musically Zone Talks Boxing and we hook them up with the Track Titans. Y'all go ahead and enjoy this while we get it together.
I know. Boys say you wanna see me in the street so bad, I know. He made that bread when we were drinking in the kitty cat saloon. Dude got mad cause the dame chose me, I'm just drinking in the cut. Could it be the size of my boots that made her wanna say what's up? Looked at my partner with a smirk on my face and I shook my head. Tomorrow at high fucking noon, somebody is gonna be dead. Where's my hat? I done got fucking mad, ain't gonna get no fucking sleep. Because of this fucking toad sucker done call me out in these streets. Got up early next morning, sent a message to my bros back home. Tell us that well, first I spit on the ground and I said, who's stoned? He asked what's the message, then I said I'm sorry, I know I said I'm coming home soon. But I'm gonna be on the run, about to kill a toad sucker at about high noon. High noon. High noon.
Playing my guitar, sitting in the back with my head down low. Running low, don't say single to the bar, keep saying some more. I'ma tell you a story about the kitty castle room. This is how it goes down. If you got you some paper and you trying to come chill, yeah, the girls let them move around. Now everyone knows how the story goes. If the girl choose him, you just let her go. But this boy about to die for this broad catch five, but this broad understand. Don't even know her, he's standing in the perfect spot. But the perfect shot, if I squeeze, I'm a sniper for sure. I ain't gotta worry about a body, why is that? Cause my little brother home his teeth. You come here tripping with fam, what happened? Automatically release the beat. I heard my big bro say I'ma give you what you want, what you want. On the Marlboro, have your punk ass out in front, out in front. Tell your mom that her son will catch that at the highest I know. I know.
Sitting behind the bar with a shotgun and some legs. If some shit pop off in my spot, somebody will be getting with tags. I ain't about that bullshit when I'm in my pulpit. Test me, that trigger, I'ma pull it. Click, clack, this black, the mark's dead. The Morrison, returning the Mac in my head. Quick tempered, ill mannered, but still managed to be calm with an intent to cause damage. Your lifelines like a grapevine, cutting any time. Stop on your remains, call it blood wine. It's not a preview, but a spoiler. Burn your remains, toss you in the boiler. Big bro plucking on strings, scoping, low key hoping these fools keep poking the beast.
But Maestro, being Maestro, gave his op to high noon, preservation of his life. So loved ones will know that he gon' rest in peace. His cow was running off at the mouth, endangered species could be extinct soon. So this your last meal. Get your girl, have a drink, cause this your last thrill. Your girl chose him, I think you should've let it go. It's just another love knockout, technical. But I get you though, pride is emotional. And downfall is normally where the motion flows. 6 feet deep with the tombstone and a single rose. Your near future is soon to be exposed. I knew. The Kitty Cat welcomes all you ladies and males. This is the last call for alcohol and the last bell for tale. We're open from noon to dawn, 7 days a week. Come get you a meal, drink up, and enjoy something sweet. Although it should be understood, I need to make it perfectly clear that once we close, you ain't gotta go home, but you can't remain here. We look forward to seeing you again at the Kitty Cat Saloon. And remember, there's a special event out front happening at high noon.
Y'all know what time it is. What's good? What's good? What's good? We in here. Oh man, first person I see in the building, D-Lo 404 Boxing, the voice of reason, the man who helps you think outside the box when it comes to looking at these fights. Gotta get a salute out to my brother. What's going on to D-Lo 404 Boxing? We had a good weekend of fights. Good lineup that went through this weekend. Y'all see the title? It say, now who's Jerry? He say, keep coming on late as F. You gonna be on here doing practice live streams to an empty room. Well, things just was tight today, so you know I gotta come in here and do what I gotta do regardless. And it is what it is. You know, I need to work. So that's what it is. And I want to start off by saying, the Shakur Stevenson fight. I think I'm gonna leave that for the last talking point. But what I want to come out with is your boy Edward Berlanga went out there and got knocked out, got stopped. All that old talk that he was doing and calling his man out his name and saying he's soft. I'm the king of New York. The king of New York, huh? Went out there with Fat Joe and Remy Ma. Got his ass tore off the bone. Snatched off the frame. He got dropped, doing a little banging his hands together. And I noticed this has got to be a habit. It's just got to be a habit to, when you hit the floor, you just start banging your hands together. Like, I don't know, like that little monkey, they be holding those things, they be clapping together. Oh, we coming in quick. We got my brother Eric R in the building. Salute, OG. I put the back sitting you up. I know that's what you do, bro. I appreciate it 100. Big bro in the house. Ernest Davis, a.k.a. Manny Draperlin, a.k.a. Texas Timbo, a.k.a. Maestro. My favorite producer when it comes down to making music. That man is the man. Okay. Anthony did that thing. Oh, yeah, the ladies. We gonna talk about them ladies, man. We gonna talk about them ladies because they went out there and did some work, and I enjoyed every round that I saw. We got my brother, our boy, our friend, our partner. He say, oh, wait a minute. Michael Reeves, we in here 0.5? 0.5? Who was 0.5? Ain't no 0.5. 0.5 died last season. Ain't no 0.5. You're going to have to get that changed up. I don't even know why he came in here with that, y'all. All right. Got me laughing right here. Hold on. Since my brother did say Eric God said that you was part of the family. Let me go ahead and set you up. Throw this man a wrench real quick so he can be part of the situation and do what we do. Remove, that's right. Bust him in the head. Go ahead and type something now. Let us make sure that that wrench came to you, Michael Rigsby. Appreciate you coming through. Coming through. Donkey Kong, I don't know what that is. Gil Coles is in the building. He's saying salute, fellas. Got that Florida connection coming in. Gil Coles, glad to see you, man. How everything going at that new J? I know you over there killing it right now. I know you over there killing it. He said, I sent the bus back to pick the rest of the fam up. I sure appreciate that, D-Lo. Good move. Good move. Good move. I hope you had enough gas and the AC working because I don't want nobody to be riding hot. Riding hot. Everybody speaking to each other is good. Let me slide this down so I can keep up with what's going on. No, 0.5 is ancient history. That's right, D-Lo telling. Speak the truth. 0.5 is out of there. We don't know nothing about it. Matter of fact, we don't even say the word. We don't even say point. I can't even say it because we don't say that no more. We don't do it because it ain't no such thing. That's right. Now, what come I'm not seeing my people's? Oh, there we go. Put it up there like that. So, as I was saying, Edward Berlanga went out there. You know what? Before I talk about who got beat up on that, let me jump on what's old girl's name that went out there and handled her business? Our girl, the Sweet Terminator, went out there and handled her business against Savannah Marshall, which I was surprised that she went out there and didn't give up. Didn't give up the ghost or anything like that, you know. Looked like she's growing and she's learning. And that heart to start pumping. And she looked good. Savannah got her with some good shots. I didn't quite like the way Savannah was looking because she was seeming like she was kind of falling over her feet throughout the fight. And early in the fight, I can say that Shadeja was timing was off. She was looking off and everything. But once she got it clicking, she started making it happen and she started popping it off. Savannah started looking like she was getting tired later throughout the fight, which they both looked like they got, you know, a little winded. But I give Savannah her due for being out the ring for about 2 years, the boxing ring, that is. Last time I saw her, you know, Clarissa was putting hands on her. Now we see her again, and Shadeja was putting hands on her. So salute to Shadeja Green for handling her business and keeping that strap on her shoulder. And I know y'all heard the conversation. They started bringing it up that it's a possibility that she could fight our girl, the GWOAT. Now, I was listening and I heard something quite telling, especially when the guy that promotes with Jake Paul said that they had spoke with Clarissa, and Clarissa seems to have softened up on her stance as far as doing some work with MVP. So we might be seeing Clarissa Shields step in the ring on one of their cards sometime in the future. Jake Paul said, if, you know, it's about making money. This is his business. You know, we can look past all our other shortcomings that we have against each other and make some money together. And I hope Clarissa takes that into thought and into mind and to heart that, baby, you in business. And right now the business is beating up people. And if some of the people that you need to beat up is represented by MVP, and you standing a chance to make a bag, then forget what's been said. Nobody can take away your accolades and what you have done. Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor have done their great things, and that's not taking anything away from you. But if you can go over there and make a bag with Jake Paul, and it seems like all of his outings so far for the ladies have been good. They've gone over quite well. I'm thinking that you should go over there and get some of that bag, sis. So hats off to Jake Paul and MVP for extending the olive branch, I would say, to Clarissa Shields. And we just have to see if she's going to take it. That's my take on that. Hopefully we get to see something happen with them. Man, I cannot remember this lady's name for nothing in the world. But the ladies did good. what's the little mama name? Alicia Baumgartner. I think she got surprised in her fight that she had. I think she thought the Spaniard was gonna lay it down and just wither away throughout the fight, and that was not the case at all. That lady was out there, and if she had had, I think, some more seasoning, meaning if she had been in the game a little longer, she started so late and everything, I think she could have turned out to be quite a dangerous fighter. She got hard, plenty hard, and she was using her 1-2s quite well when it came down to getting old Alicia off of her. She made Alicia work for it, and it was quite a few times that I saw some punches connecting with old Alicia Baumgartner that made her close her eyes and look kind of strange. But she dug down deep like a champion should, and she got the win. So she ended the night as still an undisputed champion. The fight that everybody was looking to, I think, to boil over for the ladies was Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. And I have to say, the first two fights, no matter how you want to look at it and say they were close and everything, this last fight, there was separation. I saw the separation between Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. And the right woman won that fight. Katie Taylor held it down. It's just going to have to go down in the books as, maybe Katie just has Amanda's number. I know Amanda felt the pain. You went up against this lady 3 times, and each time you came out with a loss. One time, a lot of people thought it was quite controversial, especially with the headbutting and everything like that. But Katie put me in the mind of Tyson Fury. Not the cheating and stuff like that, but she's a fighter. She knows how to fight. The second fight, it wasn't quite going her way because Amanda was putting hands on her left and right. She went to a tactic and used the head as an extra weapon. Amanda didn't make the adjustments to that, and to me, that's one of the things that when it comes to fighting, yeah, you know how to use your skills that you're supposed to have, but there's little things that you're supposed to pick up throughout the fight to help protect yourself and help yourself get the win. It's called making the fight dirty, making it ugly, making it gruesome, making it grueling. And that's exactly what Katie Taylor did in the second fight, but she didn't have to go to so much extent in this third fight. She just pretty much outboxed Amanda. Amanda could not close in the gap like she needed to. And throughout the fight, it just looked like a bunch of punching, a bunch of shadow boxing, actually. It was some punches landed, but not enough in order to turn the tide in her way. So she had to go home, dare I say, with another loss. And that's what it was. But I want to get on with the get on. So y'all looking pretty quiet in there. Y'all looking pretty quiet. Did they put him with Wrench? Oh yeah, I see it. Okay, he good. MZ is resumed with the right to renew boxing picking. Yeah, I got a new boxing picking spirit. Not a new boxing picking spirit. Yeah, I do. My boy, bro, say Green. Yeah, I should have been reading as I go. Yeah, I feel you on that, Champ Ross. I'm happy she won too. Now I'm not gonna lie. I didn't pick her in your group, but hey, that's what it is. She took the loss. As a matter of fact, Champ Ross is in the building. Let me go ahead and put this out for y'all that don't know. Champ Ross has a fantasy boxing league over on Facebook. Been around for over 4 years, so he's got the longevity. They give cash prizes. If you think you can call a fight, and I'm not talking to you guys because y'all know, but it's going to be some people come in here later that's going to check us out because they always do. You need to check out Champ Ross. If you think you can pick fights, pick it by the knockout, pick it by the round, or what have you, even pick a draw. Come on over to Champ Ross and give us a chance, see what you got. Might stand a chance to win you something. Anyway, he said once Thomas Taylor stopped being the star of the fight, Green was able to get going and grind it out. You was mad at the referee. The referee was kind of in a way a lot in that movie. But in Shadazia's, in respect to Shadasia, she didn't get frustrated. She stayed on the game plan, even though she was kind of off in the beginning. She stayed with the game plan, kept working what she needed to work. When it started connecting, it proved great because she got the win. She separated herself as well. Now, you knew that the question was going to come when that fight went on and everything went down. You knew it was going to have to be asked about old Clarissa and what was going to happen. So we'll see. She was at the event doing her thing. She looked real nice out there too. He said, I think the rematch is more likely. You think they might end up fighting again? After Katie go ahead and get herself back in fighting shape? Or should I say get the rust shaken off. One of them. Shake it off. That's a song, huh? What's that girl name? Shake it off, girl. I don't know. I know Taylor, something like that. She started out playing a little guitar, making a little bridge songs. That's pretty good there. That's pretty good. Not to interrupt. But is it me or do Shadeja Green look like a young Bernard Hopkins? I don't know if she looked like a young Bernard Hopkins. But I can say when she was, no shots or nothing, but when she was standing in the ring and the camera stood behind her, the girl back is wider than all outside. That girl got a back wide as a barn. I mean, her shoulders, that part right there, she just looked big, like, But I agree with Clarissa's assessment of the other ladies as compared to herself. I agree with it too. But on the same note, if Olive Branch is gifted and there's a chance for you to make bigger paydays, because she hit the $1 million mark already. She's already spoke about hitting the $1 million mark. But if you want to do it in excess of more eyes, more people are looking at you, more butts in the seat, I'm going to have to say at this moment right now, MVP Promotions are the ones that's doing it like that on a regular scale, a regular basis. And I don't think it's a mistake that they went back to Netflix. Yeah, they had a problem the very first time, or was it Prime that had the problem? But Netflix seemed to have it together and getting the streams in right. And you knowing if you're going on Netflix, you can advertise. This is true. But once people know that the fight is coming on, it don't take but a minute for somebody to say, hey, what you watching? Oh, I'm watching the fight on Netflix. Everybody and their mama 9 times out of 10 watched it. So, yeah, I think she should go ahead and do her thing with them. Erica Arthur Green look like Oshaka Foster. You think she look like Oshaki? Not to me. That boy said laughter, a mixture of two. Boy, y'all tripping. He said, I felt Amanda won the first two, and the last one was close enough to go either way or a draw. The first two, I have no argument with Amanda winning, but I think that this last fight that they had, I think Katie kind of separated herself, because a memorable thing to me that probably rolled with the judges was seeing Amanda putting out a lot of punches that were just catching the wind, and I think that might have helped be the decision, one of the deciding factors to her taking the loss. You know what I'm saying? I agree. Terrible. Dang. Champ Ross be hating on Sugar Ray Rowley. Boy, if Rowley go out there, who is Rowley? What's this we got up here? Oh, that's the boxing league. Okay, way to go. Let me put a star on there so it can paste it up. How do I paste it up there? How do I paste that? Somebody paste Champ Ross. Can somebody paste Champ Ross's so people would know where the boxing league is? Where is it? Can I paste that? I mean, can I put that up there? I don't want that. Oh, there it is. Pin it. Okay, now we got that pin for you, Champ Ross, so they'll be able to find it, no problem at all. He said, man, MZ Champ ain't gonna kick you out the league. You ain't gotta gas him up like that. If you have been checking out the last few shows, in the beginning, I always give him his reps like I do for the Block Fam, HWX Candles, and the Track Titans. Just part of the intro now. And I didn't see it, and when he came in, it gave me a chance to go ahead and put that out there. That's right. There's the link for those interested. We got it pinned in the comment. We got it pinned, so you guys should be able to find it. No problem at all. Put my pressure on the line. Let's go. He said Netflix got broken with Mike Tyson. Oh, shoot it, jump. Mike Tyson's comeback. But they learned. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they had going on, where they were having slow jumping and all that, they got that together. You know, that's what you call being prepared, learning from your mistakes, and putting your things together. It's up there. It say, Gia really got that retarded. Not the retarded power. I shouldn't even be reading that because they're going to be saying I'm making fun of people. But I'm not. I'm just reading what I see. Shit, those special ed kids get... Wow. My boy Eric also said he thought Alicia Baumgartner lost. I can see why you would think that, because old girl was landing some good shots, some real shots. But I don't think she beat up Alicia enough to take the belts from the champion. I don't think she did enough to do that. I think she made a good showing for herself, and you know, she got some hype behind her. But as far as her beating her, I don't think she did enough to make her come off the belts. Nah, champ, I ain't got to blame you, man. That's just what it is. I figured that your boxing thing had been around for a minute. It's got some longevity. It's got a lot of people in it. So hell, why not speak on it? Prizes is getting won. People stand a chance to have some bragging rights, and actually when they come out of there and they do good, they feel like they actually know something. So what I'm saying, you get all of that no matter what. You say nothing against those kids. I blame Rolly. I feel you with that one. I blame Rolly too, because he get out there and make the specialness look even more special because he talked too much. But lately I've seen him making some rounds and showing up. And when you listen to him, when he's being serious, the dude has said some things that made sense about certain fighters and when they fight and who they fight. So, you know, he had that one moment every once in a while. Quit skipping comments like you gotta have 1,000 more folks dropping comments. What I skip? Blame it on me, MZ. The bandwidth couldn't handle Mike. I thought AB lost. I thought I read everything. What I skip? What did I skip, Mr. 404 Boxing? Talk to me. If you feel like I missed something, because I don't feel like I missed nothing. Yeah. You probably was rooting for Edward Berlanga to go out there and beat Shiraz. Huh. Now, I will say that I rolled with him thinking that he would make it to the end of the fight, because I thought he would, you know, make a good showing for himself. I didn't have confidence that he was going to beat Shiraz, because I feel like Shiraz was a better boxer. And I never would have thought you started acting funny once you dropped that. I told you I can't say that no more. I can't. That tag, what tag? I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't changed. I'm still the same. I'm still the same. Ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing changed but some days and some weeks. That's right. That's right. But anyway, all the bragging that Edward Berlanga did, all this talk, that's what you get when you ride high because you lost the fight to the so-called face of boxing. He made it like it was a big, grueling thing. Oh, I went the distance with Canelo. He dropped you too. You did go the distance. And I guess that, I don't know how many kings of New York could call themselves king of New York after getting beat up twice. Y'all think he gonna say he's still the king? He's still the king, y'all? Because right now, he was the king of getting mollywopped and knocked on his ass throughout the fight. And Shiraz caught him with a nice slow hook left. Bow. And you could see that it affected Berlanga instantly. And he just opened up, wop, 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 put him on his back. He got up and tapped his gloves together like he did against Canelo. Now, when he did it against Canelo, I was like, okay, he getting up, he gonna have some fight about himself. But when he did it against Shiraz, I said, okay. He jumped his ass up fast. He was still dizzy. What he should have done was took his time, let the count ride, because you it ain't like you got to rush to get up. Let you try to clear your cobwebs as much as possible, and then stand up. And then try to continue fighting. But oh, no. He jumped up fast, and the referee brushed his gloves, hurried up and gave him his count, and sent him right back out there. Wop, 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 wop. The boy, Shiraz, was putting them hands on him. Now, let me not just make it a one-sided event like Berlanga didn't go out there and really try to do something. He did. He had it in his mind, in my opinion, and the way he looked to me, he was going for a home run hit. everything that he was throwing, he was trying to throw hard, and I think he was trying to connect on your boy Shiraz and get Shiraz out of there. For some reason, he thought Shiraz was soft on the chin, and I listened to him brag about, I'm the king of the first round. I'm king of first rounds. Okay, so don't ride your early success of knocking people out in the first round, because we don't know what else you got. You knock a lot of people out in the first round because they couldn't stand the flurry or whatever. We don't know what your gas tank look like. We don't know what you look like when you start getting fatigued and throwing punches and defense start getting weak. Now, I will take the shot that a lot of people took and say, Shiraz did something that Canelo couldn't do. And that was stop you. He stopped him. My boy say, Rolly is the face of boxing, for real. Fat Joe. I didn't hear what they was coming out to. I should have had. Wait, did I miss that? No, I didn't even hear what they came out to. But I'm understanding because I read somebody say he came out to lean back, and he leaned back flat on his back. And the last knockdown when he fell down, kind of like face first, or man, it was just he got his ass beat. It was super one-sided. Berlanga went out bad, really bad. Well, karma is what I have to say about that. You sat out there and you talked that talk, and you had everything you had to say, wanted to say. You pretty went out there and set yourself up for failure. And Shiraz was more than too happy to give you exactly what it was you want. This man came all the way from across the pond, all the way over to Saudi. Wasn't they in Riyadh? Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Don't matter where they was at. I know his ass came all the way from across the pond and issued out that ass whooping. And Berlanga just took it. Just took the ass whooping. All those people there from Brooklyn? He the Bronx? Which one is he always screaming he's from? I know New York, but it's one of them specific. Is it the Bronx or Brooklyn? Don't know. But I wonder how much shoulder bumping and hand slapping they doing for Berlanga right now. Now, he got his crew that's gonna ride with him and say, oh, champ, you get him next time. I can't even say what you did wrong. Man, I posted a short about Berlanga embarrassing himself and got damn near 90,000 views and tons of comments of folks clowning and dang, disowning that man. I almost feel bad for posting it. Damn, you should have sent it over here. I'd have posted it too. I need about 90,000 looks. But that ain't how I do. I just do what I do and keep it going. Shiraz came to New York. Okay, I'm tripping because he was at home. Why did I say he crossed over there in Riyadh? Dumb, not thinking, maybe. Okay, yeah. So he went over there to New York City. This made in New York City. New York City, get a rope. That's the way it went down. This boy said he from New York City. Shiraz, gonna whoop your ass. Oh, did he call him the P word? I think he did call him the P word. No, he called him the B word. He called him a lot of words that wasn't his name. Maybe he should have called him by his name. Hey, Shiraz, I'm gonna whoop your butt. Hamza. Instead of calling that man everything but what his mama named him. But went out there and he got all that taken care of. And he looked beat up. He looked dejected. He looked sad. He looked like he might have cried in the locker room. But tough guys don't let you see them suffer in front of it. He called him, he shoot that word out a lot. I have noticed that word, the N word, has started to be spewed a lot more, not just from the fighters, but in general, from the public say lately. Karens and Thomases or Kens or whatever they call them. Spanish people and everybody is just all of a sudden, it's like the lockdown came off the word and people feel like they can say it freely. But that's neither here or there. The Zone, I seen his ass out there, Jim Lampley. I thought he was retired and gone in the sunset on his little ranch or somewhere, just sitting back with his feet up, remembering how the days were back in the day when they were the good old days for him. But they brought him back, and to be honest, when he came to what fight with Shakur, same old Jim Lampley, Same old Jim Lampley. They was riding it was Zepeda hard. I mean, they was riding him hard. But then I have a complaint, and I need y'all to help me put this out there. Big bro, you still there? Before I even start talking, big bro, Big E, let me know you still there, because you know I'm finna have to make a complaint. Because I'm watching the damn fights, right? Wrong. I'm not watching the fights. I was working on some music, but I had YouTube up, and I said, let me go and see who's calling the fight. Who's got a watch party where I can at least listen and get some sense of what's going on. Everybody that I was listening to was making it seem like Shakur was getting his ass whooped. Zepeda's throwing this and Zepeda's throwing that. He's doing this and he's doing that. I wasn't hearing a bunch of oohs and ahs like he was rocking Shakur or nothing. So I'm saying to myself, y'all saying he's throwing a lot of punches, but y'all not really saying he's landing. And at that moment, I realized I'm spoiled. I'm spoiled rotten, because Trey X, my brother from another mother and father, the guy that can call a frog from a whale, the dude that can call a moose from the forest with a bowl of pine nuts, pine cones, to sit down and eat with the rest of the folks as this man called a fight. I just felt terrible, because they were terrible. They sucked. They sucked. We got to come with something, fellas. We got to come up with some kind of way to get this man back to calling the fights. For real. This is no bullshit. The other day, listening to, I'm going to tell y'all who I listened to. I went to the Boxing Voice. I went to Fight Hub. I went past, what's his name? Showbiz. And there was another channel I went through. And everybody sounded biased. It was like you could tell they was riding with one person, and none of them. He said, best in the game. Oh, Showbiz, Dads and Knees, Trey X. Oh man, that would be, man. We like I said, we got to get some kind of way to get this man out there in front of the people again. Marlo, y'all, when y'all was Marlo's corner and everything was going, we needed to keep that push going, man, because the dude is head and shoulders above everybody else that's in the YouTube community. In my opinion, that calls fights. They don't touch him. Can't touch him at all. Now, with that being said, and I got that off my chest, y'all let him know, in case he ain't hearing me. Y'all let him know I said he got to get his ass back to work. He can do it. Get his ass back in front of the mic and call the fights. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Berlanga got his ass whooped. Simple and plain. My boy Matias handled his business. No doubt, MZ, I totally agree. I appreciate it. You know, this is one of those things that you know, you can look at a bunch of people and say, listen to the fights. Who would you listen to if a fight is on? I'm going to listen to my boy Trey X. Nobody else gives it to me like that. He actually calls the fight where you can envision what then happened. You can actually go back and look at the fight after listening to him and be expecting to see certain things to go on in the fight. I didn't get that from when I went to those other channels to see what was going on with the fights. That's right hand to the man, everything I love. Straight up 100. But man, Superdale Matias handled his business against Pollo. Oh, we didn't even know you had disappeared on us, Michael, but we glad you're back. Glad you're back. Matias and Matias, I'm not saying it wrong. Subriel and Pollo. They handled their business. Pollo tried to do his thing, but Subriel squeezed it off. I saw some good punches from both of them. They were going at it. I didn't realize that Subriel's arms was just as long as Pollo, 71 inches. I didn't realize they both had the same reach. You know, Pollo's a little taller than Subriel, but that reach is a factor, especially when the person not using their height correctly to go with the reach. And with that being said, Shakur Stevenson, baby world beater, silver medalist in the Olympics. We've been calling him baby world beater for a long time. Long time. He said, I just call him Subriel M for now. From now on, OG, yeah, you know, Subriel M. I like that. It rolls off the tongue. Subriel M. Get out there and do something, Subriel M. I like that. Anyway, the baby world beater. Everybody outside of our circle, I'm gonna put it like that. So many people were like, oh, William Zepeda is gonna bring the pain. They were worried about the short ring and the running and all this kind of stuff. And once I found out that the man's hands were in the shape they were, I got an understanding of why the last showing he had, people say he was running and he was moving. He did what he needed to do to win. He did that. He did exactly what he needed to do to win. Listen to Trey X call the fights. Remind me of listening to the radio with Grandpa in the garage. Listen to the old baseball games. Trey X talent is truly untapped. Man, I feel you on that. He reminds me of I want to say that was Harry Carey used to call for the Cubs. That dude was so excited when he called for the Cubs back in the day. I don't know if you know, champ. You know Harry Carey. He said Shakur should go up. You think he should go up? I thought Julio won that fight. You did? It was a good scrap, going back and forth. Going back and forth between the two. But I wasn't mad that he won. I wasn't mad. I wasn't even, I didn't even have a thought that it should have went another way. He says Zepeda avoided Shakur for years, just like Valdez. I knew he wasn't going to shake nothing. That's the thing, though. You, the voice of reason, you think out the box. I'm talking about the outside community, other people that took it for that took it for what they saw. Oh, he's a runner. So bad to, even Turkey got into the thing. I don't want to see another Tom and Jerry fight. But this is what I saw. I saw the bell ring and I saw Zepeda try to press on Shakur. And I saw Shakur standing in front of this man and not bagging up like people would have thought he would do. And making him miss. I saw him go to the body a couple of times and Shakur just pull his body in where the punch didn't get to him. And he was sending something back. I remember Trey X saying, Shakur was putting himself so far out of position where he couldn't shoot nothing back. Well, that didn't happen in this fight. That did not happen in this fight at all. This man was prepared, in my opinion, from the time the bell rang until the end of the fight. He gave Zepeda what he needed, what he wanted. His shell showed. You saw the punches slipping off the shoulder. Now, I'm not going to sit here and make it like the dude just didn't land no punches. And y'all know how I go. When somebody hit certain fighters more than what you're used to seeing, oh, he's doing a great job. He's doing a great job. This is the thing Lampley and them was saying. Lampley made it seem like, oh, he's such a great defensive fighter. He's just a good fighter. Just a good freaking fighter. That's all, man. Forget the defensive part. He got great skills. All that goes together. Every fighter is a defensive fighter. Well, not every fighter. Some fighters just say, fuck it. I'm gonna eat everything that you throw. Just hit me. I can't move out the way. But for the ones that got a little slippage and blocking and all that, every fighter is a defensive fighter. Some just got hella better offense to go with it. And Shakur showed that to Zepeda, perfect opponent, in my opinion, for him to be able to go out there, shut people up like Oscar De La Hoya. Oh, his hands are brittle, like Floyd Mayweather's. His hands are brittle, and William Zepeda is going to throw punches and bunches, and he's going to throw so much punches and put so much pressure that Shakur is not going to know what to do. Clap back Tuesday. I know it's Tuesday, Thursday, clap back, but today Tuesday. And the fact of the matter is, Shakur is a better fighter than Zepeda. Shakur showed he was a better fighter than Zepeda. He went out there and did his thing. Zepeda was game, but in stretches, Shakur made him hella gunshot. Yeah, he caught him with some very, very clean ass counters with that right, with that left coming out there in that Philly, in that shell, whatever you want to call it. He turned, catch him with a good one, pow, catch him with a good right. 1, 2, 3, uppercut. The man was And you can see him in the moment, looking and calm. It was a beautiful thing to watch for me to see to see one of my favorite fighters do his thing. I still stand by what I said some years ago, that if it came down with all the four kings, the fighters that I thought would be the last two standing, still stands the same, and that would be Shakur and Tank. Tank going through some things because he got in trouble again, some kind of domestic violence situation. I ain't gonna speak on it because I don't know what happened, and that's that. People are talking about, oh, now the fight is off with Lamont Roach. I hadn't heard that the fight was on. I heard people talking about it, but I never really heard or saw anything where they was like, oh, they fight. Did y'all? Zepeda Corner was so frustrated, they started advising him to punch Shakur's hands. Oh, wow, I didn't, really? Now, I did hear the corner say that Shakur was smart. He's very intelligent out there fighting, which is a plus, because, you don't hear too many people talk about how intelligent our fighters are. They have talent and they get by with that and this and that. But these boys are thinkers. They get in that ring and they think. When you think about Shakur, Floyd, who else is Ward? Guys like that got the skills but also have ring generalship, give them all their credit. You know what I'm saying? Give them all their credit. When was the fight really on? The fight was really on, I'd say, round 5, 6, Shakur start, making differences. 1, 2, and 3, things was all right. But once Shakur started catching his ass cleanly, he slowed down. Zepeda slowed down a lot. And let's not forget, Shakur did go to the body. Zepeda tried to go to the body too. But realize, people were like, oh, he's throwing mud. This is what the channels were saying. Oh, he's throwing so much more punches than Shakur that, the judges might just give him that. But all judges aren't dumb. You know what I'm saying? Some judges are actually sitting there and watching what's going on. You know what I'm saying? He said, the Zepeda was punching Shakur straight in the chest. I thought that was an interesting tactic. It would have been if he had stuck to it. Here's the thing that I'm waiting for somebody to ask Oscar De La Hoya. He's always telling people, how he was talking about how the jab is what you use against the Shield. That's what you use against Floyd, and that's what you use against Shakur. Well, Oscar, you fought Floyd. Why didn't you keep using your jab? Zepeda was trying to use the jab, and then all of a sudden, bang, he stopped using his jab as much. There's something that goes on with that Philly shell that when you jab, and it's something, I don't know what happens, but apparently they feel like they're not getting enough work done with the jab or whatever. But this style that everybody so calmly says and so bravely says, all you got to do is jab it in there. And you can't block the jab in the Philly shell. Okay, well, why is it not working? Why do you guys keep changing your game plan from throwing jabs to throwing hooks and straights and just trying to knock the dude out? Oscar took himself out of his game plan. Zepeda tried to ride with it, but at points he got away from the game plan too. Those guys' skills, it's not the shell, it's who's using it. You know what I'm saying? It's a skillful person using it. And apparently there's something that's being missed by the eyes of certain people or by these fighters when they get into the ring to make them say, you know what, the jab ain't working. And then they most of the time, a lot of the times, continue to go ahead and get their ass whooped. I feel like Shakur went out there, if the boxing world, all the people that hate and have something negative to say, if he didn't straighten them out, then there's nothing that's going to straighten them out. You say no Tank fight? Those are the only two though. Those are the only two. Him and Tank are the last two standing. I didn't know anything about, like I said, the Lamont Roach. There's another fighter that's that's doing a lot of talking and a lot of victory lapping on the fact that you got to draw. Now, people say that Tank wasn't up to his game or what have you and all this here, but Lamont, you was. And if what you saying is true, because he said Tank wasn't going to be ready, he wasn't studying hard and working hard and all this, the streets had told him that. Well, if you knew this dude wasn't ready and you was at your top of your game and all you got was a draw, that's not something to run around and be happily bragging about. Or threatening to move up to whoop on Brian Norman or one of those guys. Slow your roll. Stay in your lane. He said, I'm calling him now. Tank going to fight Pac after he beats Barrios. So you think that's a good one. Only a few guys can use that shield effectively, and those guys are all-time greats. I agree with you on that one. I agree with you on that. They names is at the top of the line. What's the James Toney? He was shelled up. Floyd shelled up. Shakur shells up. It's an old school dude. I can't remember his name is shelled up. But they top of the list. I'm calling now. So you think Pac gonna come back and beat Barrios? Let me sit back and mull that over a little bit. Just run it through my mind. Pacquiao's come back. George Benson. Okay, thanks, D-Lo. Pacquiao has come back, and his comeback team consists of Freddie Roach. You know, he went back to the old school, what he knows. But we talking about being out the ring for how long? 3-4 years now? And you think Pac gonna come in here and just do Barrios? Oh, wait, Champ Ross, yeah, Pac gonna beat Barrios. He not coming back for nothing. Think about it. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking that he think that he gonna beat Barrios. I can really believe he think that. But for us to just say it like that, that's like saying Barrios soft. Barrios says that he got something for Pac-Man because Pac-Man used to be running around whooping up on Mexicans. And he ain't having it. He ain't forgot what people used to call him, or the Mexican stopper or the Mexican beater or something that was against his people, that Pac-Man was just he was a terror. I think I'm going to have to go ahead and say I'm thinking Barrios going to surprise him. Now, yeah, Keith came out and surprised old Barrios. He did. And Keith lost to Pac. I can see how people can, look at that. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Barrios already retired one dude, didn't he? And what's his name that Earl beat, that everybody thought Manny was gonna beat because they thought his bicep was messed up. And I kept saying, ain't nothing wrong with that man's bicep. It just looked funny. But ain't nothing wrong with his arm. He went out there and handled his business. The bald head guy, they said he had alopecia. I can't think of his name right now. Cuban guy. Y'all help me out here. Y'all know who I'm talking about. The guy Earl Spence beat up. And then Barrios beat him up. And y'all telling me that y'all think Pac, the man, Pac-Man, gonna come out, been chilling for 2-3 years, 2 at least, for sure, and handle his business? Ugas. That's his name. Appreciate it. Y'all seen what Barrios did to Ugas? Y'all seen it. Y'all seen what Ugas did to Pac. Y'all seen it. Now we seen what Pac did to Keith and Keith did to Barrios. You see how they all go around and around? But I don't think, in my humble opinion, that Pac is going to come and beat Barrios. Barrios from Texas, man. I'm representing Texas right now. Come on. Good fight? Probably. But him beating him, I don't know. Why? I don't know. Michael Risby said, I would love to see Tank and Pac fight. We got to see Manny get in the ring and look like he's worth something. It seems to me that the consensus is that people are just automatically thinking that Pac gonna come back and be Pac. You know what I'm saying? He gonna come back and be packing. That's I don't think that's, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that's possible. I think he might give us a glimpse here and there. He might start off, but if he beats Barrios, I'll be surprised as hell. I'll be surprised as mud. He said Pat called Bernard Hopkins for that juice box. Let's go, Pat. Okay. He said Barrios barely got a draw versus Uncle Abel. That raised some eyebrows. I saw Barrios. Is that the fight where he was like, they was going like just blasting each other, bloody fight at the end? Is that the fight that we talking about? The close ass fight? It was. And that fight, I could have agreed if Barrios had lost that fight, I could have agreed to that. I would have agreed to that. But what I do know is the young man is tough as nails, it seems like. And he has a fighting spirit, it seems like. And that's what I think he's going to lean on. And pride. You know what I'm saying? Pride. This is a pride fight here. He doing it for his people. They didn't say the culture. He said he doing it for his people. I don't know. I guess he know to go around a culture where he just, I'm doing it for my people. Simple as that. But if Pac comes out and wins, you know, okay, let me put it like this. If Pac wins the fight, how do you rate Barrio after that? If Barrios wins the fight, how do you rate him on that? Man, look who done slid in the building. My brother from another mother and father, Trey X. Y'all know the guy that I was talking about, to call a frog from a whale to call the fight. He just came into the building, y'all. What's going on, bro?
Salute. I ain't gonna even lie. I probably can't add too much value to your conversation. But I just felt like talking some boxing. So shit, I jumped on, man. What's going down?
You know that door open? You know that door always open. Y'all ain't never got to worry. You could come on this motherfucker and talk about the birds. If we could figure out how they fight, we will.
Yeah, what you on though? You on the Pacquiao fight?
Yeah, I'm speaking about Pacquiao and Barrios because Champ Ross and a couple other guys, they feel like Pac gonna beat Barrios. And I'm like, where's this coming from? You know what? What make y'all think that Pac gonna come back from the Philippines all ready to go? Just he been gone for a minute.
Yeah, I can't really see that myself. I don't even lie. I mean, you know, Pacquiao a great fighter. He an all-time great fighter. So that's probably what they're hanging their hat on. But man, Father Time is undefeated in this fight game. He going against a guy that's pretty much in his prime, that's been more active. They got a common opponent in Ugas. And Pacquiao lost to Ugas, and this motherfucker Barrios
retired him.
Yeah, beat the brakes off of him. He a naturally bigger man, longer reach and all that type of shit. I can't see it, man. But at the same time, you know, they always say that the great fighters have one great fight left. I don't know if he didn't use his great fight left card yet, but if he hasn't, I can't count him out too much, I guess. It's definitely worth watching, you know what I'm saying?
I give him the shot because it's Pacquiao. You know, that's what a lot of people gonna ride with because it's Pacquiao. This man said, I keep hearing the cigarette lighter getting flicked. Is somebody playing a Lil Wayne mixtape? No.
Salute to everybody in the chat, man. What's going down?
Oh, everybody fell in tonight pretty quick. But if Pacquiao can pull it off, great for Pacquiao. But I'm gonna be honest, in my heart of hearts, I can tell you now on Champ Ross, I done already picked Mario.
Yeah, when they fight? They fight this weekend?
I think so. Yeah, they fight this weekend. I put the fights up.
Yeah, I ain't even had the chance to go over the fights and shit yet, man. I normally like to take a look at them on Sunday night or Monday, but I've been kind of busy lately. So I'm gonna have to get up in there and do my research and shit. But hey, I can't see it, man, but we'll see.
We will see. How'd you like the Shiraz and Berlinga fight? He said it's been 4 years since Ugas. Yeah, it's been 4 years, but he still fought. You know, Azteca has still been in the ring.
Yeah, and at the same time, we do got to cut Pacquiao a little bit of slack in the Ugas fight because he was scheduled to go against a southpaw, and that was going to be a closed guard fight where you got southpaw versus southpaw, and they're gonna be more in front of each other. At the last minute, they switched it to Ugas, who is an orthodox fighter. So he had to change tactics, man. He gonna want to use his step around, like where you step around the lead foot and get to the dorsal side and get to the blind spots and all that kind of shit. That take more energy. So I thought that kind of played a part in the fight, especially coming down the stretch. That's why Pacquiao kept on trying to touch gloves. He was trying to buy some time so he can catch a few breaths because that energy was waning on him. So I got to cut him a little bit of slack when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? But this is an orthodox fighter he going against. And he going to want to use his footwork and all that type of shit. And that's going to use a bunch of energy. So I won't be surprised if he come out and get the crowd hyped, get them excited, land some punches, do some good things. But then when we get into the second half of the fight, that's what I'm concerned about. When that energy start decreasing, that age start catching up to him and all that shit. I can see Barrios closing very strong. I won't be surprised if he stop Pacquiao. That's really what I'm expecting, a stoppage. I heard some kind of noise. What is that? Is your shit fucking up? Is my shit fucking up?
I'm sitting here talking, getting ready to say, ladies and gentlemen, I had it on mute. Big Brolin stepped into the building. Manny Drapley. Texas
OG, what's up with it?
What's going on, big bro?
Look, bro, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
What's up with it?
Look, bro, Trey,
What's going down?
all I came on here to say is we sparred on your fight calling.
What he say? Y'all sparred.
And we need
No,
you to
we
come on do
spoiled.
that.
We spoiled.
We sparred. SPOILED.
Yeah.
Spoiled.
Oh, you say you need
Bro.
me to call a fight? It's a lot harder now though because everything is not televised like it used to be. When we was calling fights, everything was on Showtime. It was on ESPN. Now everything is on apps and shit, and it'll be very hard for me to call fights off of apps. You know what I'm saying?
Man, we're gonna have to figure out. I'm gonna have to figure out. So I'm gonna put my brain to something to figure out. I'll figure out a way to show the fight in here where it don't show to them. But we gotta have you calling the fights, bro. I was so disappointed trying to listen to other channels. It just for real. I was like, this is some bullshit. They not calling the fights right. Oh, he hit him with a left. He throwing a lot. Man, it just sounds terrible. I need to hear the ones and the twos. I need to hear the head movement. I need to see the foot movement. I need to hear about the bravado. I need to
No,
hear
for
all
real,
that kind of stuff that go on, man.
no, for real, bro. No, for real, bro. On some real shit, bro. We like listening to these dudes with they fraud ass. They like fraud as shit. Excuse my language, y'all, but I'm like, bro, Trey X killing these boys. I'm talking about murdering these boys.
I appreciate y'all taking a liking to it and shit. I just felt like they killed me, man, when they took everything off of TV. PBC went off Showtime. We don't get a lot of top ranked fights on ESPN like we used to. We do a little bit from time to time, but not like we used to.
We gonna figure out something, bro. We gonna get our heads together.
Nah,
We
little
gonna
bro,
figure
you
out a way
said
for those.
you making me come back to the Champ Rouse thing. I'm calling you out on that. So figure that shit out.
I don't know what it is to figure out shit that ain't on TV.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all figure something out. Somebody will. I know they will. But I just wanted to come on there and tell you, bro, we missed that. Hey, my old man on his bed, and I know my old man would love to hear it one more time.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to tell you that, little bro. I wanted to come on here and tell you myself that, we spoiled. Cause man, we were listening to them dudes, man. Them dudes was cracking us up. with the fraud ass, man. They fraud, man. When I say fraud, me and bro was like, man, what's the fuck, man? You know, we were
For
tripping,
real.
man.
For real. Not
We
only that,
tripping, man.
we were sitting there straight complaining. We on the phone complaining like a mug.
We
You know,
complaining, man.
and going through different channels and getting the same. Everybody want to be biased. Nobody seemed to be capable of just calling the fight evenly. It was stupid.
No,
That
it
boy
was,
D'Lo
it was
say,
terrible.
Trey, download. He said download them apps to your Roku so you don't have to watch them on the phone or your Fire Stick.
Yeah, see, I be on them links that Yasin should be sending. I be watching everything on my phone. I don't even know if I could do all that on the Roku or the Fire Stick. You know, I be straight up on the iPhone.
That boy Eric R say if they come back to Netflix, to a Netflix card, we need to do that one.
Yeah,
Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. You hear people say the game missed certain things. For me, in the boxing community, the game needs you.
Nah,
Carl
for real.
Wrights.
Nah, for real, little bro. For real, little bro. And that's
Still
all I
sending you no
come on here to
smoke.
say, man. I was waiting on you to come on. You know, you know I don't be coming on. I'd rather sit there and be in silence. You know I don't be coming on. I couldn't wait for you to come on. I said once I see him, once I see his name, once I see him act like he finna come on, I'm jumping on.
OG said he was laying dead waiting on his boy.
Waiting on you. Wait.
That's what he told me when we
I told bro.
was listening. He told me, he's like, man, on the show, bro, I'm gonna come on the show. I'm gonna tell Trey straight up, bro. You need to call the fight. So I'm surprised because he is.
And it was hell too. It took me like 10 minutes to motherfucking, excuse my language, y'all, but the doggone
live
thing,
here, it don't matter.
the thing kept telling me, do this here, and I kept doing it. You know, everybody ain't like y'all nerds, computer literate and all that old stuff. But I got it because I got a new phone, and it was making me do a lot. But I got you. Eric, what's up, baby? D-Lo, Champ Rouse, Gil, my partner, all y'all. Love y'all boys, man. I'll holler at y'all. I just wanted to come on and do that.
For sure, for
Appreciate
sure.
you, bro. Appreciate you.
Well, bro, you know what it is with me and you. Last name Davis. You know what that is.
Oh yeah,
We
you
brothers
already
for
know.
sure.
That man
Yeah.
said it's for life.
That's for real. On blood.
For sure, man. I appreciate you, OG, all day.
I'll holler at you on the pics. Champ Rouse, here I come. I know I'm late, but I already know what I'm finna look like too. So y'all give me a break on the 0.5 shit and all that old all that 57 mark 57 that I'm finna be under. I'm gonna catch D-Lo though. You know. He always in the 40s.
Don't do my nigga D-Lo like that, man.
Nah, I told bro last game, I say just catch D-Lo. If you catch D-Lo, then you'll be getting up there. But D-Lo had moved up to 20s.
Yeah,
But
D-Lo wasn't bullshit. He's like he
yeah,
was
he
watching the
got up
nigga.
there. Yeah, he started moving and things. But yeah.
Now, let
Look,
me tell you about D-Lo, though. D-Lo one of the coldest in the game on YouTube, talking boxing all day long. He just one of them people that like to go against the grain. And if he sees something, he got the guts to jump out there and make an unconventional pick. Like if he just went with the normal conventional wisdom, he'll be a lot higher normally. But he just like to go out there and take a shot. I didn't seen him when he just went with conventional wisdom. That motherfucker was in the top 10. He was like number 6 or something like that season. So I know what he can do. But he just like to get out there and go against the grain. You know what I'm saying? But D-Lo cold though, man. So,
I know he cold. I be checking his comments out. I know he cold. And that's what I be doing. I be on some I'm going against the grain type thing too. I'm gonna pick old boy and be losing like a mom.
yeah, that shit be blowing up on me too. I go against the grain and that shit blow up like a motherfucker every time I do.
Yeah.
Well, I went against the grain one time, and the person said, "When you want to get your ass kicked all the time, go ahead and get your ass kicked." So I'm like, I go against the grain. I got a tongue lashing. Everybody else go against the grain. It's like, they do that sometimes. I went against the grain. You want to go out there and get your ass whooped?
We a team. We trying to we betting and stuff, and you ain't listening. That's what bro be getting on you and saying things like that. That shit cracks me up, man.
No, it'd be all love though. But the thing is, if you had already gave me a top 10 finish, I wouldn't say nothing. But you can't be down there in the 50s going against the grain, brother. You know what I'm saying? And you trip me out because you be taking people that showcase opponents. An opponent that's brought in to get knocked out, that's who you pick. And then it'll be a national champion going against a man with no amateur background, and you taking a man with no amateur background. That's what be killing me. But I see you on the rise though, D-Lo. I'm not D-Lo, but MZ doing a lot better now. You know what I'm saying? He got that 0.5 off. He a regional gold medalist. And yeah,
I wish Hyphy was
gonna
on
be
here. I talk shit to him, but yeah, because
Probably hide in the background.
I don't know where Hyphy at, but whatever.
Yeah, it ain't never coming from a malicious place though, man. It's just I be wanting my guy to do better. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we be saying that though. We be knowing that.
It's just like we in the
Yes,
weight
sir.
room or something, and you yelling at your partner, nigga, get that shit up.
That's right.
Get it off for you. Get it up off for you.
You know what I'm saying?
Remember those days. Get it up off for you.
That's all it is.
Good morning to Yasser over there across the pond. He said, "Good morning, gentlemen."
Yasser.
Yasser, what's up, bro?
What is mine?
Yeah, that's my boy right there. Yasser, what's going down?
I like Yasser too, man. Like that boy.
Yasser a killer. He just humble with it. That motherfucker, every time he put his picks in, how they looking? Nigga, it look like you about to whoop my ass another week like you been doing. I don't know what he keep asking me how they looking for, and this man be beating me every season.
Yeah, I feel it's cold. I do pay attention. That boy is cold.
We got a call out going on. Hold up. Champ Ross said Gil Cole called me out last season. I call you out this week. Let's do it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you said your boy Trey Heyman is on the microphone, so we're gonna go ahead and sanction that fight. It is going down this weekend. The brawl for it all. We got Gil Coles versus Champ Ross, the commissioner. So we about to see what's going down.
And there it is, stamped.
Gil the Mechanic Coles going against Champ the Commissioner Ross.
Yeah.
This weekend, this Saturday, heavyweights going at it.
Don't miss it.
Fuck with y'all, boys. I'm on the line.
All
right,
bro.
OG.
Appreciate you. So what you think about Edward Berlanga having to eat humble pie?
Went out there and fucked that money, y'all. I got a couple of thoughts about it. Number one, like I said, he fucked our money off because we was doing well. We had the Alberto Puello versus Matias fight going the distance, and we got that. We also had the David Morrell versus Kataya fight going the distance, and we got that. So we made a profit because we got a good price on that Morrell and Kataya fight going the distance. I was expecting Shiraz and Berlanga to go the distance, and that motherfucker went out there and got knocked out in 4 rounds. The first 3 rounds, I actually had it 2-1 for Berlanga. I ain't the best judge, excuse me, but I thought that it wasn't a lot of action, and the slow down action I thought favored Berlanga. So I had it like 2-1 going into the 4th round. Then all of a sudden he started trying to get in the safe space. Like when you in the ring and you put your forehead in your opponent's chest, that's a safe place because it's hard for them to generate a lot of leverage on their shots. So he tried to get in the safe place, and Shiraz started throwing them short little uppercuts and catching them with the motherfuckers and coming back with the hook and shit. I'm like, man, what are you doing? When you was at the mid-range and everything was at a slower pace, it seemed to favor you. Why are you going to change it up and try to get in the safe zone and put your head in the man's chest? This guy's Shiraz, he done showed that short power before. Well, he don't need to get full extension on his shots to hurt you. He can throw them short little shots and hurt you. So he went out there and fucked Berlanga up, fucked off my money. We had the fight going the distance, lost that. I put an extra bet on Belonga by decision at plus 400, lost that. So I was not very happy at all. You know what I'm saying? But it was entertaining to watch. Once the bullets started flying, I saw in the final face-off after the weigh-in, I saw some weakness on Belonga part. I actually posted it in Discord. I saw what's called pacing and leading, and we done talked about that shit a lot. But it's like it's where somebody like an opponent, they'll show some mental weakness because like they'll take the lead of the opponent. So like I saw it with Brian Norman Jr. in his last fight against Sensaki. After they did they face off and all that shit, Brian Norman Jr. pointed his finger to the crowd and was flexing and shit. Sensaki looked at him and started doing the same thing. He started pointing his finger and flexing to the crowd. So that's pacing and leading. So in this fight right here, Belonga and Shiraz, they was doing a face-off. Shiraz started pointing his finger to the sky. I guess he was like acknowledging his religion or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And Belonga saw him and he started doing the same thing. He started pointing his finger to the sky. I had posted that and said, man, I might need to change my pick. This motherfucker out here, they pacing and leading this man. And he went out there and got his ass whooped in his own hometown, in front of his own hometown fans. He got a big piece of humble pie. Like my boy D-Lo said, the lost, how did he put this shit? The victory lap coming off the loss to Canelo is finally over. And the last thing I got to say is that fight was an indictment on Canelo. A man that went the distance against you got knocked the fuck out in 4 rounds. And that's the reason why we took the fight to go the distance. Because both of them had fought power punchers. Shiraz, he had fought against Adames, a power puncher. And this guy, Belonga, fought against Canelo. But Canelo, he's not reliable as a gauge anymore. He ain't had a stoppage in years. I think since he stopped Caleb Plant. He on the back 9. Like he is not the same guy anymore. He is very vulnerable right now. And that right there was like a big indication of that a man can go the distance with you and he can't even last 4 rounds against Shiraz. So yeah, they need to if they want him to stay undisputed champion, they better keep moving that motherfucker carefully. And I won't be surprised if Crawford go out there and beat that motherfucker, man. I know it's gonna be tough. He going up 2 weight classes. He coming off a year layoff, but Canelo is not the same guy. That was really my biggest takeaway.
I spoke on the same points you made. Him not being able to stop Belonga and then Shiraz putting him out, stopping him. But I think Crawford gonna beat him as well. And then I think when Crawford beats him, the guys that been looking to fight him, I think a lot more will be braver and try to step it up. Now it's gonna be how he moves, because like you said, they better be careful on how they moving. Shiraz against him, if he uses length and his jab and keep him out like he like you would think he would do, great. It would turn out good for him, I think. His foot movement though, he hasn't showed me enough of moving around the ring. And I'm wondering if he would shell up, because remember Adonis kind of made him shell up, and if he shell up against Canelo will pick him.
Yeah, see, but we got to understand this though. Shiraz only had about 40 amateur fights. He went to he made it to the quarterfinals of the ABAs in the UK. So he don't have a great deal of amateur experience. When he fought against Adames, that's a southpaw, if I'm not mistaken. And that's a different type of puzzle. It can be kind of tricky to people. And once I saw him off in front of a orthodox fighter again, he looked way more comfortable. Canelo is an orthodox fighter, and Shiraz is taller. He got the longer arms. He power punching like a motherfucker. He had an all-time high, feeling good about himself. I think that'll be a tough fight for Canelo. This dude young, full of piss and vinegar. He in his prime. Ain't none of that 35, 36, ain't none of that shit going on. This is a out with the old, in with the new sport. The old lions normally fall to the young lions. So I think that'll be tough on Canelo. Canelo needs to stay out the way of all them motherfuckers. I'm talking about Iglesias. I'm talking about Pacheco. I'm talking about Billy. I'm talking about Shiraz. All them motherfuckers. I don't think I'll take Canelo over none of them right now. None of them.
Well, he's slick as snake oil. So even though he got all the belts, he'll be able to dodge everybody. If he picks one, it'll be the one that he feels is the weakest and he can get away with it.
Well, you better hope he get past Crawford. They already got the props up for that fight too. They got Crawford by decision at plus 210. So if you want to take Crawford by decision, because I don't see him knocking out Canelo. We done already seen him go the distance for the first time in a long time against my man at 154 that he beat. Can't think of his name right now. Madrimal. And now you're going up to 168 fighting an iron chin guy like Canelo. I know we saw Canelo get hurt a long time ago against Cotto brother, but the amount of times that we done seen Canelo hurt doing the stanky leg, that's not very often. We done seen him go up in weight classes and fight motherfuckers. He done fought some pretty tough guys, pretty good guys, and we don't never really see him hurt. So I would be shocked if Crawford was to go out there and stop him, especially if he fight out the southpaw stance and we got an open guard fight where the lanes ain't gonna be wide open and shit. I think that the decision is the most likely outcome of the fight.
Okay. Champ Ross said there were 3 fights that nobody could get all 3 right, which cost tons of people. They picked all correct. People. The pick all correct. Taylor Serrano, Green Marshall, and Matias Puello. La Vispa.
That motherfucker done won us some money over these last couple of years too. Salute to my boy Alberto Puello. That's one of my favorite fighters because he done went out there and won us some bets several times. You know what I'm saying? But he right though. That Taylor Serrano, I went against my bona fide 5 because it's a fucking trilogy. I hate rematches anyway. And I'm looking at all the comments. I'm looking at what people saying. It seemed like everybody wanted Serrano to win. So I'm sitting up here thinking maybe the politics are going to be on her side. Katie Taylor about 39 now. I'm going to go ahead and take a shot at Serrano. And Katie Taylor went out there and did what Katie Taylor does. Win the motherfucking fight. That's one of my favorite women's fighters of all time for sure. Behind Carissa. And well, that's it. It's Carissa, then it's Katie Taylor. You know what I'm saying? And that Green Marshall fight, that was very tough because Marshall coming off a 2-year layoff. But at the same time, I was thinking maybe it's a grade 1 layoff because I'm pretty sure she's been active training for the MMA and all that kind of shit. I'm pretty sure she ain't just been sitting on the couch. She going against Shadeja Green. They got a common opponent in Franchon Cruz. Marshall beat her. Shadeja Green lost to her. So I got these 2 conflicting things going on. I got one fighter in Marshall that got the edge with the common opponent, but I also got Green that's been more active. Both of them 4.5s on the scale. You know what I'm saying? So really for me, it came down to the common opponent, but the layoff, to me, it looked like the layoff might have been like a big factor in the fight. And she went out there and lost to Shadeja Green. Salute to Shadeja. I'd have been hard on her over the years. Yeah, very hard on her because I didn't like how she let Kungabaeva from Kazakhstan take her gold medal from her. I didn't like that. I just thought she didn't show enough dog. And I was thinking Marshall might have more dog than her. But Shadeja Green, she stuck her foot in the dirt and cut it upfield and did what she had to do. And then the last one was Matias and Puello. Matias was the favorite in the fight. Even though the odds did close up, they had Matias open as the favorite. I actually thought Puello won the fight. I thought he went out there and outboxed the motherfucker. But at the same time, I know Matias was coming forward, applying a lot of pressure. In the mid rounds, especially, Puello was doing a bunch of holding and shit like that. I knew that wasn't gonna play well for the judges. So I wasn't too surprised that Matias got the win, but I thought Puello deserved that one. But I got all 3 of them motherfuckers wrong. I had Serrano, I had Marshall, and I had Puello and went 0 for 3 on that shit.
I went 1 for 3. Cause I
Yeah, I
got
saw
Taylor.
you. You had Taylor, Katie Taylor.
Yep. And the reason I went with Marshall is because the gold medal story you told, that's what made me go against her. I was like, I know Marshall got some issues in her. She got some dog in her, so I figured that Shadeja probably let her take her medal from her belt from her. But she surprised
Yeah, she did, man. Salute to Sadasia
me.
Green, man. You got to give credit
Yeah,
where it's due. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, with her big ass back. Uh, he said there were three. Okay, let me see.
I'm mad too. We could have bet on goddamn Shadeja Green, nigga. She opened at plus 400, and on some websites she went all the way up to plus 600, even 650. And if you was to take her by decision, I saw plus 850 on a couple of sites. And like I said, it was 4.5 versus 4.5, but one of the 4.5s was coming off a 2-year layoff. So we had a little wiggle room to stick us a bet off in there on Shadeja Green. Did not take advantage of it. I've been kicking myself ever since.
Who was Michelangelo?
I don't even know. Hip hop number one. What's up, bro?
Hip hop number one in the building. He say salute to all. Hope everybody doing well. We doing great, man. Hope you are too.
Shit, we
He
good
say
as a government check.
he say Canelo better call up Mosley Jr. For what? Oh. He said that's who we gonna call up to fight to stay away from those killers. Yasser say, what do you mans think about another fighter popping in the Juice Crew team?
The Juice Crew, huh?
Um, uh, I was listening to an argument about these things that's popping up because he said he got it from the food, right? If I'm remembering correctly, and I'm hearing that VADA or one of these agencies because of the food is getting blamed, they gonna look into the food and see how much of a phenomenon it is. Getting this off of their website, they had a write up about it, and they said, which, long story short, or it's gonna be kind of a long story. Back in the day, old school people was talking about how the chickens had gotten bigger. You know how the chickens had got so much bigger, and y'all done seen the pictures of the different animals that seem to be a lot bigger to feed the population. They shooting them up with stuff, and it is carrying over to people, and they thinking that might really be something where they might end up raising the levels of some things for these fighters.
Just for them though. Everybody else ain't testing positive. Just them. The added hormones are only affecting them. Man, like Yasa said, that's just the Juice Crew. This shit got me wanting to listen to some Juice Crew versus Boogie Down Productions or something. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you ain't finished Boogie Down Productions.
Yeah.
Man, KRS-One back in the day,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
my go-to guy. I wasn't really an MC Shan kind of guy. His voice agitated me.
I fuck with MC Shan a little bit. I definitely like Roxanne, Shantae, and all them motherfuckers. I like the Juice Crew. But I did like Boogie Down Promotions a little bit better though, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, man, Scott LaRock, I hated he got killed.
yeah. But as
Way
far
back
as
in
these
the day.
fighters and shit go, man, they say wherever it's smoke is fire. How many plumes of smoke do we need to see before we understand it's a fire? You know what I'm saying? I just think they trying to get an edge. That's what I think. That's all I can really say about it. They trying to get an edge. I'm not condoning it, but I think that's what they doing. I think it's something going on where they taking some shit and getting popped for it.
I feel you because one, the foods don't match, and what foods actually are y'all eating and compared to the other fighters? Y'all eat that? Yeah, I eat that. Why y'all ain't popping? Those are the
Exactly.
questions like you saying that you be asking. He say, sorry if I ain't commenting much, getting ready for an airport drop off. Man, it's just a beautiful thing to see you in here right now, Yasser. So you doing your thing.
Yeah.
He said Reynoso taking no blame for it, but they move to him and get caught right away, laughing out loud. That's coming from hip hop number one. That is crazy that nobody questions the person that's training them. Cause aren't they supposed to be looking over more than just when we in the gym, and don't they supposed to be looking over and help looking over intake of what they take in and stuff like that?
I can't really say for sure that every coach is monitoring the diet of the fighters. You know, them fighters, man, they got a bunch of money and they got a team. They be having nutritionists and shit. So the coaches, they probably more be just worried about the technique and the game plan. Then you got the strength and conditioning coach. He worried about the shape that the fighter coming in. And the nutritionist, they gonna help the fighter cut to the weight that they need to cut to. So I can't really say that the trainers are straight overseeing this shit. But at the same time, yeah, when it comes to this situation, I mean, it seems like we got a common denominator, and that's Reynoso. So I can't just look the other way from that shit. But I don't know everything, but I do think it's some bullshit going on, though.
It's strange that it's happening out of their camp much more than anybody else's camp.
Absolutely.
Champ said he thought Poirier won too. He thought he beat.
Yeah, I thought he was close, man. I thought he got him coming down the stretch, man, in the championship rounds. I thought he finished stronger. Had that motherfucker Matias head snapping back and shit in that motherfucker. Yeah, I thought he went out there and got it. But hey, at least he went the distance and we was able to win the bet, make us a little bit of profit. You know what I'm saying? Salute to my boy Poirier. Shit, I'm betting on him again. Especially if he fight against a southpaw. Because he's southpaw versus southpaw. He got them long ass arms and shit. That's how he was beating that Madoff and all the motherfuckers. I can't remember the other dude that he beat. I think he was a southpaw too. Maybe it was Kenneth Sims. No, it wasn't Kenneth Sims. Who the fuck was that? It might come to me, but salute to my boy Poirier, man. He gonna come back with something. I think Turkey Alashika already said that he'll get the winner between Matias and Dalton Smith, I want to say. So he ain't just getting tossed out like some garbage in the streets. Turkey Alashika already said, I got something for you. You know what I'm saying? You gonna fight the winner. And I think he gonna come show something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I peeped him out on that fight card. You know, he was at every fight. He was sitting right there watching every fight.
Who, Turkey?
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, he for real about this boxing shit.
I was like, okay, I feel you. He sit there and watched all his fights. My boy Eric also, I'm very interested to see the game plan Crawford's three-headed monster comes up with.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest parts of the fight, man. My partner I told y'all about, he just got out the feds and shit like about maybe a month and a half, 2 months ago.
Well,
and he been like on this fight big time. Like he always asks me what I think about this fight. And I told him Canelo, he had to fight Mayweather to learn how to fight. Like he had natural ability, don't get me wrong. He been in the fight game for a while as a pro. I think he turned pro at 15. But he wasn't like a developed form fighter. Then once he fought Mayweather, he kind of adopted his style. And he started fighting like Mayweather for a while. Then he fought Triple G. He fought like Mayweather in the first Triple G fight. And then in the second fight, that's when he started using his pressure style that he used to this day. So we done seen him learn on the job and develop, and he learned by fighting other fighters. Crawford ain't have to come in the game and fight somebody to learn how to fight. He came into the game knowing how to fight. And he got a three-headed monster, like my boy just said. He got a brain trust or some shit over there. And he listened to them all. And they all humble and shit. I hear Bo Mack in the corner. He'll give his instruction. And he'll say, Red, what you got to say? And then he'll look over at the Mexican. And I can't think of his name, but he asked him, what you think? Like he inviting these other coaches to give their inputs and all that kind of shit. It's really beautiful to listen to and to watch. And I think that's a major advantage going into this fight. Because like I said, Reynoso ain't coming to game with all the answers and all the skills. He had to learn as he went along. When he fighting Mayweather and all these guys, but Crawford ain't need that. He came in the game with that. And I think that's going to be a major advantage for him going into the fight.
Okay. Eric, I'll say I followed the money for Amanda.
I can't be too mad at you about that shit. That actually did not cross my mind, but that makes sense though. because you know that's she got the promoter on her side. You know, Jake Paul got a lot of love for Amanda Serrano. So it makes sense to follow the money. But at the same time, I do got to say, following the money the first 2 times didn't work. So I guess expecting to follow the money the 3rd time and it worked as the charm, that really don't make sense, I guess, because it didn't work the first 2 times. I was just thinking that the fight game wanted Serrano to win, but Katie Taylor is one of the best of all times for a reason. I give a lot of credit to Carissa for being one of the ultimate pioneers in this shit. But like my boy DeCane said, before Carissa, it was Katie Taylor. She was the one in the amateurs winning every goddamn thing. AIBA World Championships, Olympics, and all this shit, nigga. She was the original bona fide 5 on the scale. So we can't never just count out Katie Taylor, man. She went out there and did a thing. I hate that I lost picking against her, but I am happy to see her win, though, because I fuck with Katie Taylor.
Yeah, I feel pretty good picking her. I ain't gonna even lie, I had a little puff in my chest.
Yeah.
Champ Ross said Amanda's walkout was fire. She did have a nice walkout.
Yeah, I didn't even see that.
To a victory.
Yeah, I didn't even see that. Well, at least she won the walkout competition, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, for what it's worth.
Yeah.
I'd rather lose that and win the fight. But, you know, like you said, Katie went out there and boxed. In my opinion, I felt like Katie, from the first 2 fights, because they were close and it was argumentative, but I felt like Katie actually showed a separation in this fight.
I think that's what DeCane said.
She showed the separation and she made it where y'all gonna have to just say I got her number. She can't beat me.
Yeah, I think that's what DeCane said. He was like, me in the first 2 was debatable, but I felt like she won clearly this 3rd time. Well, he said he thought that she won clearly the 3rd time.
So yeah. He said Hip Hop Number 1 said Green was poor her last few fights. Maybe inactive. But she did good. He's speaking on that fight. She did better than good. She went out there and represented herself. For me, she took the stigma away of losing her medal. That's gone for me now. Now I can look at her and be like, okay, she got some goods. When it's time for her to go up against somebody, I don't have that as one of the weighing factors when I start deciding if she's going to take somebody apart in the next fight when we get to pick on her again. So yeah, she did quite well for me.
But I still gotta be a hater a little bit. I want to see what she gonna do with somebody that's not coming off a 2-year layoff. If she go out there and do the same thing against somebody that's on that level, a 4.5 type fighter, that's not coming off a 2-year layoff, I'll really be on her side. But she definitely got me halfway back on her side for sure.
Boy, I have a fit. I do flips or something. I mess around and look up and they be talking about her and Clarissa getting ready to mix it up.
Oh, I think that's gonna come. I really do. I'm expecting to see that. I think she's gonna get her ass whooped, but I do expect to see that though.
My girl ready. Got me just excited and it ain't even been announced. I just thought of it and now I'm like, oh yeah, I'm licking my lips, my chops for that.
It's a good one. It's just like I saw this interview with Shakur he did with Conor Benn. And they was spit boxing, bumping their gums, going back and forth. Conor Benn talking about, nigga, we can fight at 147. Shakur said, man, when you start fighting? He said, how many amateur fights you got? Conor Benn said, I got 22 amateur fights. He said, when you start fighting? He said, 17. He said, you ain't got a chance. He said, you cooked. You cooked. And the dude that was doing the interview, he said, man, what you mean? He said, man, I've been fighting since I was 5 years old. He said, I've been in the game for 23 years. So he basically saying, man, I've been fighting since I'm 5. You really think a motherfucker about to come beat me? And he started at 17. It's just like Carissa and Shadeja. Carissa, I don't know exactly how old she was when she started, but she was young. Shadeja Green is a former basketball player. She started when she was around 17. She's not about to go whoop no Carissa. but it will be entertaining to check out. I would say the build up would be entertaining, but Shadeja Green is really like a sweet woman.
She a
Like
humble girl.
she's sweet, she humble. She's not the type of person that's gonna really talk a lot of trash or be mean in the build up and nothing like that. So the build up might not be as good. Maybe Carissa can push her buttons a little bit. Maybe she might be feeling herself too since she coming out the Savannah Marshall win. You know what I'm saying? She might feel like she got a little bit more room to talk some shit or something. But I do think inside the ring it'll be pretty interesting though.
I don't know when you just gave that nice breakdown. What Shakur said. The first thing I thought about, I was like, okay, they'll get in the ring. You know, she kind of crunk about herself. There's some pumping going on, and mess around and go out there and be a Crawford Spence. Carissa's way.
Speaking of Crawford and Spence, man, I know everybody giving Shakur a lot of credit for his victory, and I think he deserved the credit. But I was actually a little bit disappointed, to be honest with you. This was Southpaw versus Southpaw. That's why I said, speaking of Spence and Crawford, because that was Southpaw versus Southpaw. We got a closed guard fight with the lanes wide open. Nigga, I wanted to see that jab. Go out there and just pepper that motherfucker with the jab upstairs and downstairs, set this shit up. I didn't see the jab like I wanted to see. I know he was fighting out the ropes. He was countering. He had his defense looking good on the ropes and shit. But, man, I wanted to see that jab. And I don't know if it's his hand problems, but I don't like his right hook. His right hook look like it's slapping. It look like it's kind of wide and kind of wild a little bit sometimes. I don't like the right hook. And I'm really disappointed because he's right-handed. If you right-handed, I'm expecting to see that hook tight and powerful. It was a couple of moments I'm anticipating the hook. I'm like, oh shit, because I'm just knowing that this hook about to come catch the dude on the chin. Then when he throw it, I'm like, man, what was that? I'm like, no. You right-handed, brother. I remember like the best right hook that I ever seen was from an Orthodox fighter. That was Shane Mosley when he went up to 147. I wanted to say he fought the Latino fighter. His last name was Rivera. I might be wrong about that. If y'all want to correct me and go to BoxRec or something and let me know who the name of that Latino that he fought at 147 when he moved up from 35. That right hook there was vicious. I'm talking about he had switched southpaw for a split second. Then he hit him with the right hook on top of the head. And he looked like a right-handed fighter throwing a right hook. You know what I'm saying? Shakur, he in the southpaw stance, so he got his power hand in front. I'm expecting that hook to do some damage and to just look crisp. But it didn't look crisp to me. Most of the shit that he did was good. I actually thought the fight was a little bit closer than what people say it was. But I do got some credible people like D'Lo, DeCane. They felt like he just won real wide. So I'll leave some credibility out there for that. But I actually had to fight a little bit closer. I had it like some 8-4 type shit. 116, 112. You know what I'm saying, for Shakur. But it was a very good fight. It was entertaining. Shakur showed that he got some dog in him. He ain't got to just fight one way. He can box on the outside, or he can fight on the inside with you a little bit. So I did like that. But I just want to see that. If he gonna fight another southpaw, I want to see that jab. Because in my opinion, if he gonna fight somebody like Tank Davis, I think he gonna need it. You know what I'm saying? And plus, I want to see that hook. Especially when you in close. You know, that's one of the things that made Andre Ward so good. Because Andre Ward, he left-handed, but he fight in the orthodox stance. And one of his best punches was his left hook. Once he get in close to you, or if he going against the southpaw, let's say he fighting against what's the name of the southpaw that he fought at the catch weight at 168? Was it Chad Dawson? He step in with that lead right hand, like maybe he'll go to the body with it, and he come up top with that vicious left hook as a left-handed man fighting in the orthodox stance. I want to see that from Shakur. You right-handed, I want to see you fire that right hook vicious in that motherfucker. And that was my knock. Not enough jab, and I didn't like the right hook.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna speak on something about his hook, but let me go ahead and jump in the chat real quick. He said, "Damn, Juice Crew killing Reynoso. They gotta stop eating at Canelo's mom house."
Square
Hip Hop
business.
#1 brought up Coogee Rap and Big Daddy Kane. Man, I used to jam them too.
Yeah.
He said KRS-One performed again recently. He still got it.
Yeah.
KRS-One one of the GOATs in the game, baby.
I think Big Daddy Kane is vastly underrated in the
Big
grand
Daddy
scheme of
Kane's a
things.
killer.
I think he is the coolest, smoothest rapper there ever was, as far as the mainstream rappers. Big Daddy Kane was smooth out there, man. And plus he just was just naturally talented. Like they got
Had the dance moves.
they got a short on YouTube where he does an impression of Rick James, because he had went to Rick James' house and he did an impression on how Rick James was talking. And you just got to see what I'm talking about, bro. Like the way he was able to just spit that shit out and just have them words flowing together. It really sounded like he rehearsed that shit or something, but I'm pretty sure he didn't. But Big Daddy Kane is a bad motherfucker. He just a naturally talented guy.
Yeah. He said, yeah, I think he was 10th or 11th round. He rocked Matias head back. Puyo super tough.
Puyo,
Look
brother.
Who I say, Puyo?
Yeah.
Puyo, like the chicken.
La Vispa, the wasp. I think that's what they mean.
La,
He stank ass like a wasp out there too.
I like that one little that he was moving back and he did a little jump move and caught Matias. He was doing some nice stuff. He caught Matias with some good uppercuts and everything too in that fight. He boxed a good fight. Like I said, it was close enough where I wasn't mad that Matias won or surprised, but I wouldn't have been surprised if Poirier had gotten the nod himself.
Oh yeah, I forgot the other fight. One of the other fights that he won for us was against Sandor Martin. That was Southpaw versus Southpaw 2. A lot of people thought that Martin should have won that fight, including my boy Napoleon Armstrong. He felt like Sandor Martin deserved to win. You know what I'm saying? He just one of them fighters that routinely gets fucked over on the cards and shit. But I definitely got a lot of respect for my boy La Vispa though, because he's gonna go out there and do what he got to do. He went out there and beat Gary Antoine Russell. That was Southpaw versus Southpaw. Even though Russell was coming off a year layoff, we got to factor that in. But Puyo went out there and kept that monster motherfucker at bay. Kept him at the end of them punches and did what he had to do. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, we did not have a bet on that one because we would have got some crazy odds. It was like 16-1 or something like that for the decision. I wish we would have had a bet on it, but he went out there and did what he had to do.
If I remember correctly, I had picked Gary and Champ Ross.
Shit, we all did. It's hard to go against Gary Antoine Russell. We just had to eat crow on that one, but shit, you got out La Vispa fucked up, went in there and showed something.
Yeah.
And plus he a 4.
A 4.
Yeah, he a 4. He was on the Dominican national team. That's why I keep on picking him. And he can definitely fight.
We got Lala D in the building. We haven't seen sis in a minute, but I'm glad to see you in here. She said I hit the like button. I'm dozing off, but I'm listening. But that's all great. She's speaking to everybody. Everybody's speaking to her.
Salute to her ghost smelling ass.
He say, Eric also say that Shadeja got to fight Cruz Dezern first if she wants Shields. Now, Shields ain't the one to tell you that you got to go through somebody else to get to her. She'll tell you straight up, you want to get to me? Come get to me. If Shadeja want it, she ain't no dancing around. Go strike while the iron hot. Go on in there and see what happens. I think that girl from Michigan gonna put hands on her. And since people make fun of her, and I think it's hypey, talking about she waited till she got to heavyweight before she learned how to turn over a punch. Regardless of when she started turning it over, it's being turned over. And thinking of punches, going to the Shakur thing where you were saying that you didn't like the way he's throwing his hook, it looks slapping and everything like that. I'm going to just throw it out there and say, could that attribute to the fact that his hands were so messed up to that was the way he had started punching to help alleviate himself from some of the pain? And now that he's gotten fixed, he's got to get confident enough to know that he can hit regularly. The only reason I'm saying that, I broke my leg, and before I started dunking again, I would always come down and favor one leg to make sure it hit first. And I'm just thinking maybe because we don't know how long his hands have been messed up, but I'm thinking that could be a reason, and he'll probably get that straightened out in this next fight or two.
Shit, I ain't never really just been impressed with his hook, to be honest with you. But let me ask you this: in the bare knuckle days, how did the fighters protect their hands?
With rap, didn't it?
They went to the body. They didn't hit the motherfucker in the hard skull. That's when people started learning about liver shots, spleen shots, floating rib shots, what's the solar plexus, all that type of shit. You don't hit the motherfucker.
What's his name was gonna stop. Sorry, but I thought that Shakur was gonna stop Zepeda with a solar plex shot.
Well, he got the stoppage over. Damn, I had his name in my mind. What's the name of that guy that he stopped before he fought Zepeda? The dude that came on short notice. He was a national champion. Padley, Josh Padley.
Padley.
Yeah, so I thought that was gonna be a sign of things to come, because it seemed like once his hands started hurting and I seen him cringe like when he was hitting him, then he started concentrating on the body. And I said, man, this might be a blessing in disguise, because he might start getting away from the headshot, start concentrating on the body, and we might start seeing him get more knockouts. But I didn't see that in the Zepeda fight. He was throwing mainly headshots and shit, you know what I'm saying? 2-3-2s and shit like that. I think you need to start concentrating on the body. You want to protect your hands, go to the body. That's what they used to do.
Show out a little bit, give the world what they wanted to see.
Nigga, you'll really show out and give him what you want to see if you get his ass out of there with a stoppage. And if you go to the body, you increase your chances of doing that. Body shots are the number one indicator of a knockout. If you watch a fight, let's say you got a bet on the fight going the distance. If you see them motherfuckers going to the body early, your ass is probably in trouble. Just like the fight that I just referenced, Padley versus Shakur. Padley said he was all good in the fight. He came in on short notice, but he had been working, he had been running, he came in some pretty good shape. But he said once Shakur started going to the body, it drained everything. I'm talking about that motherfucking gas tank went straight on E when that man started going to the body.
He said, let me go ahead and finish knock out the check. He said Stevenson also saying he don't think Baumgartner that good a fighter. Laughing out loud. Man, Stevenson would jab his head off.
I don't even know what this man talking about.
He talking about Shakur was saying that Baumgartner not that good of a fighter. And then he said he was going off of when you said you wanted to see his jab. He was saying he's agreeing, saying that Stevenson would jab his head off.
Jab who head off? Conor Benn?
No, who we were just talking about is Zepeda, I believe.
They just fought. So how you gonna say he would? He was just talking about Baumgartner.
He must be talking about Conor Benn then.
Yeah, because he was talking about Baumgartner at the beginning of the comment, and he said Shakur would jab his head off, and I'm like, what the fuck? Baumgartner is a woman, so how the hell is Shakur gonna jab her head off? You know what I'm saying? That was confusing.
Okay, I think he was just saying that they must have asked him what he think about her, and he must say he don't think she that good. I know that Spanish lady went out there and gave everything she needed.
Yeah, and she done already took a loss to an inferior fighter. They came back in the rematch, and I don't remember hearing people say that they was terribly impressed, or overly impressed, I should say. So I can see why people think that Baumgartner is overrated. She is a 3.5 though. She a national champion. We give her credit on that. Me personally, I thought that Michaela Mayer beat her when they fought. I know it was a close fight, but I had it 6-4 for Michaela. You know what I'm saying? But I can see why people think that Baumgartner is overrated.
Chad Dawson almost took his scalp off with that uppercut. Sandor Martin won, I think, but the judges hate his style. That's messed up to get punished because of your style.
Well, that's a common problem that you're gonna have as a fighter when you don't have a lot of power. it's hard for you to get separation in the fights. I think that's something that hurt in the Matias fight for Puello. Puello was only 24-0 with 10 knockouts going into the fight. So he had what, about a 42% KO percentage or some shit like that. And it's hard to get separation, especially when you're going against a power puncher like Matias. And I done seen that before with Sandor Martin, like when he fought against Teofimo Lopez and shit like that. He arguably won all of these big fights, but he just can't get over the hump because he can't impress the judges by putting something on the motherfucker that's gonna stay with him. He ain't got that power, man. It's hard to get that separation. So that's something that's gonna probably plague him for his whole career.
He said Eric also Big Daddy Kane and Rakim or Rap Highlanders, they are immortal. That boy said Big Rakim, follow the leader.
Yeah, they were really the architects to the next 20 years after them type shit.
Man, I used to play the cassette tape, have it in your radio, play that mug so much till it started warping, playing crazy.
Yeah.
Man. Who was it? Disappointed that how you say
Lehigh. We done bet on him, man.
Ain't
I
fighting
think
Ammo Williams this weekend. He's being on my radar. Hopefully Cruz and Ferrero rematch good. First fight was good.
We done bet on the Lehigh several times, man. He a good fighter. I think he come from France or Germany, one of them motherfucking countries. But we done bet on him several times. He done won every time for us. I was looking forward to the Ammo Williams fight my damn self. I had looked it up on BoxRec and I saw I didn't see the fight, so I assumed that the fight got canceled or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So that's probably gonna be a void on the Champ Ross this weekend. But yeah, hopefully we get to see that fight in the future, the near future. And hopefully we get a chance to see a Lehigh, man, because he one of them skilled guys. He ain't got a lot of power. I think he like 21-0 with 9 knockouts or something like that. So he might have some trouble getting separation in his fights as well. But he definitely a quality fighter. He ain't got the deepest amateur background, but he do have one though. I want to say like a 3 on the scale, but he's a pretty decent fighter though.
Okay. Well, that's everything in the chat, so we all caught up. As far as that go, conversation carry on though. I want to go back on something. Oh, the Crawford Canelo. I know he didn't get a stoppage against
Madrimal.
I know he did. And I know the possibilities of getting one at the higher weight class, especially against Canelo, because he's proven to seem to be able to absorb punches. But I kind of been watching him, and really, it's not many times that he's really been connected on squarely. He rolls with it. He rolls with it hella good, which tends to me be like, it's a possibility that Crawford could catch him with a surprise shot somewhere.
Don't overcomplicate this shit.
I ain't finna overcomplicate it. I'm just looking at a possibility that could be. I'm taking him to win by decision, but I think he gonna give Canelo a lot of different looks, and we might see him wobble. But at the same point, we seen Crawford get. He'll say he didn't get knocked down, but I think Ilgauskas knocked him down.
Kavaliauskas. You said Ilgauskas, that was a motherfucking NBA player.
Basketball player, yeah, I did say Ilgauskas. Kavaliauskas.
Yeah.
Mean Machine. Damn, I just put Iggy out there like that.
Yeah, don't overcomplicate it though. There's nothing that we've seen to suggest that Crawford is gonna knock out Canelo. Number one, Crawford gonna.
I'm just saying Daisy.
Well, it's a fight, so yeah. They fighting, so he might daze him, but in the grand scheme of things, I think it's gonna be a decision. I'm not gonna overcomplicate that shit. If it's gonna be a knockout, I think Canelo got the more chance of getting a knockout than Crawford. Because I like
knockout, just a daze. One of those punches for everybody gonna be like, damn, he rocked his ass. It might be at the end of the round, but I got a feeling he gonna get him one time.
Yeah, well, if he want to win, he gonna have to.
That probably would be the deciding factor.
Yeah, he
I'ma
gonna
say it's
have to
gonna happen.
land
It's
something
gonna
to
happen.
impress.
It's gonna happen.
I just don't like this year layoff, man. That's my main gripe. The year layoff. But at the same time, Sugar Ray Leonard came off a hell of a layoff and he went to beat Marvin Hagler, moved up and weight, and he beat Hagler. So maybe history will repeat itself. And if it's somebody that can remind you of Sugar Ray, it'll be Crawford in the modern fighters today. So let's see.
Yeah, we a lot of people harped about Crawford, and they asked to see a lot of stuff to happen. You know, got some complaints about his earlier part of his career and who he beat to be where he is as far as undisputed in certain weight class. But he done it, and it is what it is. But as he's moved up, he's still moving. He's still doing his thing. He beat the person that everybody wanted him to face in Spence handily. I don't think we're gonna get one of the twin fights. I think that's out of there. He what you say?
I was gonna say I was the main one leading the witch hunt. I'm the one outside with the torch in the rake or whatever that shit is, the pitchfork in my hand, leading the witch hunt on this motherfucker Crawford, talking about the strength of schedule and shit. Cause I wasn't impressed with no Julius and Dongo and Ricky Burns and all that shit, and I'm still not. But I always gave him credit for Victor Postal and Felix Diaz and a couple other guys, maybe one or two other guys or something like that. But he went up there to 147, beat that motherfucker. Sean Porter was the first person to stop him as a pro, even though he did get stopped in the amateurs and shit by that Cuban fighter. Can't think of his name right now. But in the pros, Crawford was the first person to stop him. Then he went out there and beat the brakes off Earl Spence. I also gave him some credit for the Jeff Horn fight. I know people shit on Jeff Horn, but I thought Jeff Horn beat Pacquiao fair and motherfucking square. I don't give a damn what nobody say. I think Jeff Horn beat Pacquiao. Crawford went out there and fought him in his first fight at 147, and he went out there and stopped Jeff Horn. You know what I'm saying? So I give him credit on that. But once he went up to 154 and fought Madrimov in his first fight, in conjunction with what he did against Earl Spence, I just got out the Crawford hating business. This shit here ain't profitable. I'm not the type of motherfucker that's just gonna keep on losing and keep on losing. Fuck that shit. Hell, sometimes if you can't beat them, join them. So
Right.
yeah, I'm rocking with Crawford against Canelo. This shit, I'm looking at the layoff and all that kind of stuff, but I know that it will definitely be a grade 1 layoff for Crawford. There's no doubt in my mind. This man don't do nothing but train, stay in the motherfucking gym, keep his nose clean, fuck with his family, and just live a Spartan lifestyle. Never seen a man overweight. I always get nightmares thinking about when he was talking shit to Earl Spence and he grabbing on his stomach and shit. You fat. That's how he talking to him. And then that motherfucker Earl Spence grabbed him. Yeah. Because his shit made of steel. That's who we talking about. I'm not going against that motherfucker, man. You know, he just might be one of them special guys. Modern day Sugar Ray, like I said, one of the greats. I can't put him up there in the top 10, top 20, top 30. I can't do that because he just ain't got a big enough sample size to be up there with them guys. But if you want to talk about the I guess B or C level all-time great, I gotta give him that. 2-time undisputed already. If you go up there and beat this motherfucking Canelo, that's gonna be 3 weight classes undisputed. And he say he ain't done. He ain't thinking about winning this fight and riding to the sunset. He said, I might go back to 154 and do it all over again. 4 weight class undisputed. So shit, he got a lot of fire off in him, man. You know, he a tough guy. His mom put that battery in his back early on, tell him he wasn't gonna be shit. That's what he thinking about at nighttime. He ain't gonna be shit. That's what he thought about as a kid. His mom doubting him and all this kind of shit. Motherfucker got a hell of a trainers with an S. Man, I'm riding with Crawford, man.
Can't take nothing from that. So remember we was talking about the top 10 fighters, top 20 fighters, numbers like that, where these fighters should be placed. And in the top 100, yeah, where are we gonna put him in? And does he make the teens? Does he make the high teens, the low teens? Is he the 20 number? Because remember we were saying that those numbers are good too. All those numbers that we name 1 to 100, all those numbers are good. But when you start talking about the top 10 and the top 5, those guys' resumes pretty much carry weight. That's part of the reason that they're at those high numbers. So at the type of boxing we in right now with the 4 belts and all that kind of stuff, he has to be in that top 100.
Oh yeah. I think he already in the top 100. I think he at the tail end of the top 100 right now. But when it comes to the top 10, top 20 and shit, we really ain't even qualified to even talk about it. You got to talk to people like Scrapbook. You got to talk to Hardline Boxing Talk. They the ones that's gonna give you the game on where they are. Shit, Hardline got a channel right now where you break down everybody's careers and shit. And you get to looking at all them Hall of Famers and all them names. It's laughable that anybody can even be compared to them. These motherfuckers got 300 fights and they fighting all these Hall of Famers. And come on, man. We can't even compare that shit. We give him, like Crawford right now, we give him credit. He beat Canelo. He'll be a 3-time undisputed champion in the 4-belt era. Henry Armstrong was undisputed in 3 weight classes at the same time. And it was going to be 4 weight classes, but he got robbed against Seferino Garcia at middleweight. He was going to have, it was only 8 belts. It was only 8 belts at the time. Henry Armstrong was going to have 4 of the 8 belts at one time, at the same time. How the fuck we going to compare people to that? And guess what? Henry Armstrong ain't even number 1 on their list. They'll have Sam Langford number 1. Then they'll have Harry Greb number 2. Then they'll have Henry Armstrong number 3. We ain't even got the Sugar Ray Robinson and all them motherfuckers. Nah, we can't compare that. But I do think it's we showing him the proper respect that he deserves by having him in the top 100 already. And if he was to go beat Canelo, undisputed in 3 weight classes, I think we can move him up to like the 70s or something like that. And there's some lists where they got Sugar Ray Leonard in the 70s. Like wow. Some of your favorite fighters, like we get to the 50s. Nigga, we got Evander Holyfield and all them niggas in the 50s. You know what I'm saying? So it's not as easy to go up this list as people think it is, especially when you talk to the real historians. If you talk to us, crackerjack motherfuckers that don't really know much, you might can move up the list. But if you go talk to the real historians, the motherfucker that's breaking down the black murderers row and all this type of shit, they not gonna have Crawford nowhere near that. He can go beat Canelo. He can go to 154 and get undisputed again, and he not gonna be up there because they just put in too much work. Hell, most of them motherfuckers in 100 knockout club and all that kind of shit that knocked out 100 motherfuckers. These folks ain't never even fought 100 people, and these folks got 100 knockouts. Like, come on, man.
I got 100 knockouts. That's more knockouts than you've had fights.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Man, can you imagine looking at somebody just the legends, the ghost of all the legends just chilling in that kind of conversation? Cause man, I got 100 knockouts. How many fights you got?
Yeah.
If you don't go sit down, son, go get me something to drink.
Yeah.
You can't drink nothing. Go give me a ghost drink. Just get your ass up and go. See here trying to have a conversation with us grown folks. Man, that's a humbling thing to see some dude, 100 knockouts.
Yeah.
Any fighter that's fighting right now, I got 100 knockouts. What you got?
Yeah, so
we ashamed to even say how many knockouts you got.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're gonna show some love to Crawford. He go up there and do what he got to do, but we can't disrespect the all-time greats of the past in the process. Like I even heard him talking about he gonna be on the Mount Rushmore. No, you're not, brother. I hate to go against you because I'm rooting for you to win this fight, but you're not nowhere near the Mount Rushmore of boxing, bro. Nowhere near it.
Let me put that out. Let me put this out real quick. I understand where he goes when he says to the Mount Rushmore, because the one that they're proclaiming as a Mount Rushmore that I've seen so many times is not a Mount. Is the Mount Rushmore of 2000. It ain't the Mount. It ain't. It don't include the legends and stuff like that.
But the thing
Mount
is,
Rushmore is not deep like that.
Yeah, he don't have an informed opinion anyway. And that's one of the frustrating things about boxers when they start talking about historical context. Like even Roy Jones, he be talking about like he's some kind of great historian. Man, Scrapbook will run circles around Roy Jones when it comes to boxing history. There ain't a boxer alive that can fuck with Scrapbook or Hardline Boxing Talk. I'm talking about if they was to have some kind of competition on boxing history, I am getting every dollar and cent I own, and I'm putting everything on fucking Scrapbook or Hardline. I'm talking about I'm selling the farm, and I'm putting it all on Scrapbook or Hardline. They cannot touch these people. So when they be coming with these opinions and shit, like I heard Roy Jones talking about the shoulder roll. He wanted to discredit Floyd and give a lot of credit to James Toney and shit. They ain't got no problem with that. But how the fuck you gonna talk about the shoulder roll and you ain't gonna talk about the mayor of Philadelphia? You know what I'm saying? And I can't think of his name right now for some reason. I'm talking about the dude that used to train Sweet Pea Whitaker back in the day. He come from Philly. The mayor of Philadelphia, George Benton. He is one of the originators of the shoulder roll. And if you want to go even further back than that, Dave Holly and all them dudes was doing the shoulder roll. So he really ain't even qualified to talk about this shit. That's why it's important to go listen to Scrapbook. It's important to listen to Hardline. When it comes to stuff like that, it's really better to listen to Scrapbook. Hardline gonna give you the stats and all that kind of stuff. But when it comes to the details of the game, you're gonna get that more from Scrapbook. And he gonna tell you, man, we got to go back to Dave Holly and all them dudes if we want to talk about the shoulder roll. But Roy Jones them don't know that shit. A lot of them fighters like that they have in the top 10. I'm talking about the real historians. Slapsy Maxie Rosenblum. People like Jack Britton. Man, these people don't know nothing about these fighters. So when they start talking about historical context, they really talking from a very ignorant place. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Even when you hear about fighters like Jack Johnson, do you really understand how great of a fighter Jack Johnson was? Now, when we think about Jack Johnson, we think about him beating Tommy Burns and shit. We think about him beating Jim Jeffries and all that kind of stuff. But what about all the fights he had before he even was fighting white fighters? Because at first he couldn't fight him. That's why he was the colored champion. He was fighting against Sam Langford, and he was fighting against Sam McVeigh and Joe Jeanette and all them motherfuckers, and a lot other fighters that he was fighting against. Man, this man, his resume is killing anything that came in the last 40 years or some shit, or maybe not that long, maybe the last 30. Well, now that I think about it, maybe the last 40, 50 years. They can't touch Jack Johnson, and Jack Johnson ain't even in the top 10. Most historians have Jack Johnson like in the top 30s or some shit. I even seen 40s. So yeah, most people talking about that, they really not qualified to speak on it. And also I'm not qualified to speak on it. That's why I give the credit to Scrapbook Boxing and Hardline Boxing Talk. They are the best that I ever seen. I don't know if you're talking. Maybe my shit fucking up or your shit fucking up.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I hear you now.
Okay.
Yeah, get his ass, dope. What you smoking on over there?
You know what? I gotta ask my brother.
That dope came back with a right hand, left hook to the body, brought back the right uppercut on his ass.
Ooh, Man.
I got some cold shit too, though, man. I got some flapjacks, I got some hash burger, and I got some mint towel. All this shit over 30%. That motherfucker, Greg Abbott, he vetoed SB3. I was happy than a motherfucker. Fuck Dan Patrick, the lieutenant governor, Dan Patrick. He trying to get everybody jammed up and shit. He even had some shit off in there where they were trying to raise the penalties on if you get caught with some weed. Take it from a class B misdemeanor to a class A misdemeanor. A lot of people might not think that's a big thing, but that's a major thing. Yeah, you go from
because it could push over to a felony real easy.
Yeah, and then even if it's just a class A misdemeanor, you has to be in jail 6 months to a year and all that type of shit. Instead of just going down there for your 30 days like we've been doing, and then get a lot of time you'll class B misdemeanor, you might have to do 30 days, you'll be out 18 days or some shit like that. It wasn't no big deal. He trying to push up the penalties and shit, man. So salute to Greg Abbott Marquez for vetoing SB3. As soon as I seen that shit, I hurry up and order me an ounce of some exotic for the 194, 206, because I had to pay $12 for the shipping. And I got some straight up gas. I'm talking about as soon as you open up the jar, nigga, the whole house is lit up in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The boy say, great combo. Glad everybody doing well. I need a good 2 week on this what? Computer.
On the competition, he got off to a bad start in the Champ Ross.
The week just started though.
Yeah, we just started. He's saying he off to a bad start. He need a good week 2 because week 1 he started off bad. He want to come back with something week 2. We all started off bad in week 1. We got our ass stomped all over the place week 1. So we got to come back with something.
When I saw the results, I was like, okay. I said, I can't get laughed at because we all back here like this.
Yeah, they had it strained up real bad, man. But we're gonna come back with something though. Yeah, it's a 12-round fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I still should have threw that Shadeja Hook instead of that Savannah Straight.
Yeah, we took somebody off a long layoff, but at the same time, we also took another fighter off a long layoff, and it worked out for us. We should have. Well, I can't say we should have. We could have bet on the fight. It was Francisco Veron. He fought against Vladimir Hernandez. Vladimir Hernandez is real tough, man. His losses, he'll fight on short notice. He'll move up in weight. Like he fought against Jesus Ramos at 154 and shit. This motherfucker belong at 140. He fighting people at 154. He just tough like that. But he fought against an Olympian in Francisco Veron, but he was coming off a year layoff. He went in there and got the victory. You know what I'm saying? So it didn't work out for us in the Shadeja Green fight versus Marshall, but it did work out for us in the Francisco Veron fight. So
yeah, well, I know better. We know better. We know. Let me scoot up. We know that layoffs are not good. We know that. We learned our lessons from getting toe off the bone from layoffs. Which is crazy that we are actually saying we believe Crawford gonna pull it off because we are actually putting the layoff to the side because it's not a full layoff. So this dude here we know working. He's constantly working.
Yeah, if it's a grade 1 layoff, man, I'm not gonna let a grade 1 layoff take me away from taking a better fighter. So whoever I perceive to be the better fighter, I'm just gonna ride with it, bro. Because it's been several times where I done made a pick based on the layoff and been wrong as a motherfucker. So I just told myself, man, I'm just gonna ride with the best fighter, who I think is the best fighter.
I think Crawford is the best fighter, and going back to Eric R's excitement about can't wait to see what that 3-headed monster what kind of game plan they come up with. I'm finding myself drifting off on that comment. Myself wondering how are they sitting back picking this guy apart? How are they looking at what he does and what he does before he does this? You know what I mean? Sitting down just absorbing what Canelo does and then working on it. He getting ready to do this, okay. He getting ready to do that. I can just, man, I bet that's a beautiful thing. I would love to see it from start to finish.
Yeah, that's gonna be a boxing holiday too, man. I can't wait for that shit. I already know we're gonna be on Discord talking shit. If my ADOS/FBA brother DeCane was around, I'll make that motherfucker hit the blunt a couple of times. Nigga, chill out and relax, nigga. We about to watch this fight. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I can't wait for that shit.
Man, cause I just want to see what game plan are they gonna come with? How do you pick the guy apart? That I know people say Canelo got slow feet, this and that. For the most part, most people he's had to face, his footing has been good enough to cut the ring off at some point on them. I don't think that's gonna be the case here. I'm just, man, I'm so excited to get to September, not just because it's my birthday month, but because of this fight. Because of this fight, he said I took Vernon by decision, got a good price on him on betting. Think even money. He had 2 good fights with Tucker and Adams. But Hernandez,
Yeah, Brandon the Cannon. We lost money on that fucking Brandon the Cannon fight. We had took Francisco Verón over Brandon Adams, and we lost like a motherfucker. But yeah, Brandon Adams just like that though. But we did get our money back when he had went to the finals and he had fought against, I want to say his name was Katsarakis or something like that. He's from Greece, and we had got our money back in that fight. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Verón, he was an Olympian, so I ain't gonna count him out too bad. I like Vladimir Hernandez. He's very tough. He the type of guy that's gonna wear you down. He's just gonna keep coming, keep bringing that pressure. He ain't got the most one-punch knockout power, but he got one of the most devastating knockouts of the year last year. He hit a motherfucker. He hit a dude. I want to say it was this guy from Argentina. I can't think of his name right now. I see his face in my mind and shit. I normally see him as an Iron Man fighter. He went out there and got his ass knocked the fuck out, fucking around with Hernandez. But he just ain't got the background of Verón. The Verón just so tall. He got the long arms and shit. He an Olympian. I had to take a shot at Verón, but he was coming off a year layoff, so I didn't feel comfortable betting on him. But we got a good price for the just the win outright on the money line. It was like minus 115 last time I saw it. So that's 20 to 23 odds. That's not that bad. If you got them by decision, you definitely probably got a good price. I won't be surprised if you got like plus 150, maybe plus 200.
Oh, he was saying, yeah, Connor Bean is who he was talking about when I read the thing that got us all confused with Alicia Baumgart and Connor Bean. He said he just typed that way.
See, but the thing is this though. So okay, so he said he'll jab the shit out of Connor Bean. So we expect him to jab the shit out of Connor Bean, who is an orthodox fighter, going against a southpaw. So the lanes ain't wide open in that situation. That's why it's best. Like if you fight a southpaw, you don't really want to work off your jab. You want to step in with your lead right hand. You want to step in with your lead uppercut. Even sometimes you can step in with the lead left hook. You know what I'm saying? But you don't. The jab is not as effective. I'm not saying that you should abandon it completely, but I'm saying it's not as effective as if you're going against the same stance. So I just saw Shakur Stevenson, a southpaw, fight against another southpaw, and the jab was not popping like I wanted it to be jumping. You know what I'm saying? So now he will be going against an orthodox fighter, and now I'm supposed to expect the jab to just look like Larry Holmes out there. Like, no, I do not expect that. And in this fight right here that we saw, even the fight that he had against the Dominican fighter, where everybody got on his case real bad because he was doing all that running and shit. What's his name? De Los Santos.
Yeah.
Edwin De Los Santos. I thought that was a great opportunity to dominate the fight with the jab. You got southpaw versus southpaw, and plus this man is shorter. Let's dominate him with the jab and keep him on the outside. So I didn't, both of those fights against fellow southpaws, I did not see the jab like I wanted to see. And then like an example of what I'm talking about, let's say we got Bam Rodriguez, right? So Bam Rodriguez, he fight against Carlos Quadras. I think that's his name. I'm bad with names, y'all, but Quadras. He beat him by decision. He was an orthodox fighter. Bam Rodriguez is a southpaw. The next fight, I want to say it was the next fight, he fought against Soran Visai. Soran Visai is a southpaw. Bam stopped him. It was southpaw versus southpaw. Bam had that jab working on that motherfucker, working off the jab, popping him with the jab, going to the body. You know how Bam fight, and got his ass out of there. So that was an example of what I'm talking about. When he fought against the orthodox fighter, it was a decision. When he fought against the southpaw, he got his ass out of there. He was able to use his whole punch tree. That's what I wanted to see from Shakur. This is your chance to have your Soran Visai fight. Go out there with the lanes open and whoop his ass. Put the jab on him, come back with your hook, and look good. He did do good, but he just didn't give me what I wanted to see.
Damn it, I dropped my... Okay. Drop my blunt. Say best fighter with the best fighter with the better corner. Yeah, cause Reynoso, in my opinion, who else has Reynoso produced other than Canelo, who actually got produced by losing to Floyd? Who else has Reynoso actually made you be like, okay, that's the team, that's part of the team, that's a Canelo boy? Who is there? Who is out there like that?
He didn't build him up, but he had Oscar Valdez looking pretty good, especially in that first fight that he had with Miguel Berchelt. Maybe they fought one time, but he had that motherfucker Oscar. What's that motherfucker I just say?
Valdez.
Oscar Valdez. Yeah, he had him looking pretty good. He had that because at one point Canelo had a shotgun jab. He would kind of start low. It was like an up jab almost, but it wasn't quite an up jab. But the reason that I'm comparing it because it started low and it ended kind of high. And it was a powerful jab. I'm talking he was stepping in and sticking that motherfucker. And he gave the same thing to Valdez. Valdez was sticking that jab off in there, and he looked good. And he went out there and knocked out Miguel Berchelt with that left hook. He had him looking pretty good. Now, since then, he done ran into some bumps in the road. He fought against Shakur. He fought against Emmanuel Navarrete and all that type of shit. But I thought he did pretty good with Oscar Valdez. That's the closest that I can think of off the top of my head.
Okay. Hip Hop #1 said that KO Valdez did on Berchelt.
There you go.
Was nasty.
And I cannot see no chat. I can't see no comments. So I did not steal your idea, my brother. But we on the same wavelength when it comes to that shit. He had him looking good against Miguel Berchelt.
Okay. I'm just comparing. I guess there's no need to compare who else. It's compare your best against the best that's getting ready to come against you. Man, Eric, I'm telling you, man, I can't wait. I can't wait. Eric R said best fighter, best corner. I know we talking about Crawford's corner. It was somebody. I'm wondering what's gonna happen with Devin and Brian Norman, because Devin seemed to be trying to like step to Norman every time I done seen them facing each other. It's like they're trying to. I don't know what was going on with the bodyguard grabbing Brian Norman by his t-shirt and pulling him up like that. I'm like, why are y'all getting into it? The fighters always talking to each other like this. What are y'all doing? Did you see that video?
I did see it, but I didn't watch it. Like I saw the video, like as far as the thumbnail and shit, but I didn't click on it and watch it. I was meaning to go back and do so, but I just haven't got around to it.
Yeah, it's crazy. They having a conversation. And Brian Norman, he started poking Devin's chest or what have you. And out of nowhere, the bodyguard come and grab the man by his shirt and pulling it, talking about we ain't gonna have that. And it turned into something they all kind of fell down. And then it went off from what I saw. But I don't know. It's a full 147-pound fight. Devin must really, really be believing in himself and feeling really good about himself at 147. Because he agitating this boy.
I just don't, man, I ain't gonna lie. When I heard Devin Haney talking about, oh man, I'm on a whole different level in his level, man, that shit just, man, Shut the fuck up is what came to my mind. Ain't nobody trying to hear that from you right now, bro. You are not in a position to tell us about levels right now. Like, I'm not trying to hear that, bro. I'm not taking no Devin Haney over no fucking Brian Norman Jr. right now. You got to be crazy if you're gonna take Devin Haney over Brian Norman Jr. There's nothing out there for you to grab on to for that pick. Like 3.5 versus 3.5 bona fide. Devin Haney was beating motherfuckers when he was in the youth on the youth level. 15, 16. He turned 17, he go pro. Brian Norman Jr. was winning his shit as a senior. He didn't just win his shit as the junior. He won as a senior. And then if we look at what's going on in boxing right now, Devin Haney went out there and got his ass hauled out by Ryan Garcia. Then he came back against Ramirez and looked scared to death out there. Got people like D-Lo like, damn, the motherfucker just put a few punches together. He might could have got him out of there. And then Brian Norman Jr., shit, look how he firing off on all cylinders right now. You got to be crazy if you're going to take Devin Haney over Brian Norman Jr. I'm not saying he don't have no chance. My boy Napoleon Armstrong said he give him a damn good chance. It sounds like he really picking Devin Haney. But, man, I cannot with good conscience take no Devin Haney over no Brian Norman Jr. right now. The guy that Brian Norman Jr. just fought, Sensaki, over there in Japan, that motherfucker throwing some heat. And they got some nice speed on them punches. Devin Haney ain't throwing nothing like that. He gonna connect and he gonna do his thing, but you not really worried about him knocking you in the next week. This motherfucker, Brian Norman Jr., he coming off a fight against a guy that hit harder than Devin Haney. He's not worried about that little shit that Devin Haney throwing. He's not gonna be able to hurt Norman, I don't think. And then if you do want to stand and bang with Norman is showing that he can catch and shoot, he can slip and counter, he can roll and counter, he can do all kind of shit off in there. This motherfucker is gonna win this fight, bro.
Wow. Devin has not shown anything to make you think that he gonna be a boxing Devin. His return after being hurt, like you said, classic. You could say Turkey made it up for him. Tom and Jerry running around. He did look uneasy. I won't say scared, but I'll say he looked uneasy out there, the way he was moving around and dodging. And yeah, I heard Bill talk about how that was his game plan and he wanted to show the world that he couldn't be touched if he didn't want to be touched. Oh, whatever. This fight that you and your son are just picking at this dude and picking at him. You know, already made the man's dad tell you that he gonna tell his son to step over your son after he knock him out. That's like, that's just disrespectful. That's like when you shake somebody on the basketball court and they fall down and then you walk over them, or you dunk on them and you just stand over them. I don't know what people are looking at if they thinking that Devin gonna go out there and do something, unless they just are truly Devin fans and they just believe in this dude. But comparing his work and, you know, boxing is you as good as your last showing. I'm like, his last showing wasn't good at all. Not compared to what I just saw Norman do.
How many straight up power punches has Devin fought? Like, I can think of Ryan Garcia, and Ryan Garcia, when he was landing, he was hurting him. I guess maybe we can say Regis Prograis, but he you know, he's slow as hell, got slow feet, slow hands. He is pretty powerful though, so I guess I'll give him a little credit on that. But Brian Norman, and he a southpaw, so it's gonna really be harder for him to get his punches off on you. This is orthodox versus orthodox. Lanes wide open. This motherfucker Norman can hurt you with both hands, right hand and the left hook. Man, I don't see nothing to pick Devin Haney, bro. I don't see it.
Eric R in the comments said Devin said his favorite trademark. He too small. Laughing out loud. Devin finna sue after he wake up in the post fight.
For a business.
Man.
Touch me, I'll sue.
Wake up and sue.
Yeah.
He's hip hop number one. Say Junior is Norman Junior is improving a lot. To him against who is it?
Victor
Santillan.
Santillan. Victor
He
Santillan.
said that's what I just said. He's looking,
Nigga, get it right the first time, nigga. We done seen these names a million times.
and I messed him up. 999,000. Woo. Where was I? He is looking ruthless. I'll be honest. I don't know who I'm picking yet. Really? Okay, well, you go ahead and mull it on over some more. But as far as I'm concerned, the next fight is them, right? There is no chance to show me anything other than what I remember you showing me in the last fight. The last two fights, if I go back that far.
Yeah, go
He
ahead and
lost
take.
by-
Oh, my bad.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
I was just gonna say he lost by getting beat up pretty bad. Yeah, he finished the fight, but when we saw him again, he was he was on his bicycle or unicycle or whatever kind of thing with a wheel on it to get him moving around the ring fast. And now you expect me to think that out of those two showings that he's ready to fight a dude that's, like you said, on the inside been catching and shooting where people thought that he was getting touched a lot in his last fight. And you go back and look at it, slow it down, or however you want to do it. The boy was catching and shooting and absorbing the punch by turning his head and all that. He was on point. You expecting me to think that Devin is finna come and deal with that, and it's coming at you, is aggressively coming to you? I don't know.
Yeah, they always say once a fighter get that championship, they get a little 10, 20% better and shit too. And since Norman got that belt, he looked like a different guy. I got to give him his credit because I was actually pretty hard on him for a while. You know what I'm saying? But I got to give him his credit. Like you said, he has improved. But hip hop number one is pretty. He is tough competition in the Champ Ross. So I'm asking hip hop number one, go ahead and ride with Devin Haney, brother. Go ahead and spot us them 10 points or however many points we gonna get. Go ahead and spot us that shit. Go ahead and take Devin Haney. You want to lose? Go and get your ass out there and take Devin Haney. He done let Bill Haney and them talk him up on a good game. Go on out there and take him.
Devin mess around and get knocked out.
I don't think he'll get knocked out because he showed me what he'll do when he get hurt. So I think it'll be decision. You know, because he got legs. He can move around the ring like that motherfucker on Mike Tyson Punch Out back in the day. The Sheik that used to run around the ring and shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
he can do that all
do it
day
real
long.
fast.
Yeah, like we said last time, nigga, if he get hurt, he gonna hold you and slow dance with you. You know what I'm saying? He is not gonna let you get off on him. Like he know how to survive and get to the last bell. So I think it'll be by decision, but I can't take the knockout completely off the table either, though.
I can break the top 5 steel tray. Laughing out loud. He talking about his bad start. Eric also say, how many percent do you get better when they email you the belt?
That motherfucker damn fool. They emailed him a belt. Did Brian Norman Jr. get a belt emailed to him? I know that they called Devin Haney.
He fought for the belt. And everybody was crunk about it. And it was a hard fight for him. Remember?
Was that the Santillan fight?
May have been. But I remember us speaking about him on the show sometime back when he got the belt. And we were speaking on the pros and cons of what we thought about it. And we were saying it was too early to put the hype train on him at the beginning because we got to still see what he's capable of doing.
Yeah, I know when he fought against Santillan, but I was sick. Because we could have took Brian Norman Jr. on the money line at plus 350. I got greedy and took him by decision at plus 800. And he went out there and knocked that motherfucker out in the 8th round. He was fucking Santillan up in there. And he was a southpaw, too. He was hitting that motherfucker like he was orthodox. I'm talking about the bottom of his feet to the top of his head. He was putting hands on Santillan, had him fucked up, raggedy, bleeding. Robert Garcia looking fucked up in the corner. Everybody sad. Mexicans in the crowd, they sad, the motherfucker. I'm sad because I'm looking at my money going down the drain. Yeah, that was tough, boy. For real.
That boy hip hop #1 said he gonna pick Haney because he live on the edge.
We gonna remember that.
Okay.
Don't let me look on the Channel Ross little list and see that you got Brian Norman Jr. I will remember this, my brother. You are locked in to take Devin Haney. Go ahead and stand on it. His ass gonna be a 0.5 rocking with Devin Haney. Now he can't be no 0.5. He already a 3.5. We can't take that away from him.
He said he got criticized for his last fight against Boa
Chica.
And he's turned into a monster since Norman Jr. Impressed for sure.
Yeah, that's what I was knocking him for the Boca Chica shit too. Boca Chica dropped him and all that kind of shit. That fight ended up being a no contest. They kept on headbutting and cutting each other up and shit with the headbutts. And after that fight, Top Rank said, man, we just gonna throw his ass to the wolves. We gonna see what we got. Put his ass in there with Santillan. And Santillan had went out there and completely destroyed the Southpaw Olympian Alexis Roca from Golden Boy. He went out there and stopped him in 6 rounds. So he was flying high, feeling good. They put him off in there with Brian Norman Jr. Brian Norman Jr. went out there and fucked him up. You know what I'm saying? That was very impressive, man. I just wish we could have won the bet. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, salute to Brian Norman Jr. He did his thing.
That's what's heating up with that. Oh man. Speaking about fights is coming up, sneaked up on us pretty much is the Usyk and
Dubois
fight. Yeah.
After I was considering taking Dubois, but after that Katie Taylor shit, I'm just like, man, just roll with your scale. This motherfucker Usyk is the ultimate conqueror. That's just what he is, man. I'm talking about he started boxing when he was 15 years old, and he still went on to win everything. 335-15 amateur record, Olympics, AIBA World Championships, all of that shit. Then he go to the pros, undisputed at cruiserweight, go up to heavyweight, undisputed at heavyweight. First person to beat Tyson Fury, then beat him again. I'm not gonna make this too complicated, man. I'm just gonna ride with Usyk. He not coming off no layoff or nothing. I am a little bit afraid because Dubois is probably the hottest fighter in all of boxing right now. I'm talking about I sold the farm when he fought against Ergovich. I'm talking about I straight sold the farm and went all in and got my head tore off. That motherfucker fought against that was Ergovich. Then who he fought next? Oh, Joshua. I thought Joshua was gonna beat the motherfucker. He went out there and knocked Joshua's ass out. He a 5. It might not be a earned 5, like he deserved to be a 5, but he is technically a 5. You know what I'm saying? I guess we can look at him kind of like we look at Tony Yoka. You know what I'm saying? But he went out there and beat Ergovich. Ergovich was a bona fide, well, not bona fide. He might be bona fide now that I think about it. I think he a bona fide 4.5. Ergovich a bad motherfucker, man. He hit Lanier Perro with a right hand in the Olympics that was just brutal. Ergovich can fight. And that motherfucker Dubois went out there and whooped his ass. And I'm talking about it looked like he can't hurt him no more. These folks are hitting Dubois with hard punching. He eating them hoes. He didn't used to eat them like that. So, you know, he's hot. And then like he took a loss early on against the Juggernaut. And we could say that was like the developmental process of his career because Dubois is still pretty young. I want to say like what
he was that young. He in his 20s, early 20s still, mid 20s.
Yeah, I want to say he like 27, 28, somewhere off in there. So
that old?
I thought last time I saw he was 26, so I'm assuming he might have had a birthday since then. And I'm gonna give myself a little bit of grace, so I'm gonna say 27, 28. I could be wrong, but he in his prime, and he's hot right now. So it's hard to go against him. Me and Yasa, we putting a bet on Dubois, but we using the free bet money though.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not gonna put our bankroll on it, but we're gonna put the free bet out there. you know, just so we can be entertained with the fight and have a little fun with it. And just in case, you know, this motherfucker Usyk have an off night. But on the channel Ross, I'm taking Usyk.
Yeah, I know. I've heard some people speaking. They think Usyk's weak to the body. That's the soft spot. And I'm like, in order for Daniel to pull that off, he'll have to box and box correctly. Don't go out there and try to overdo it going to the body because he'll mess around and get himself knocked out.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be a good one. I can't wait for that one.
Yeah, it's one of those ones that have you kind of at the edge of your feet because you know what Usyk can do. But for some reason, in the back of your mind, like you said, Dubois has been surprising everybody. He beat up what's his name, Big Baby Miller. Then he beat up
Ergovich.
Yeah, beat up Ergovich. Then he went in. It really wasn't a surprise that he beat Joshua because to me, Joshua he don't fight the same. To me, he still kind of fight a little timid since Andy Ruiz.
Well, the sparring rumors were true. Yeah, they said he was whooping Joshua ass in sparring, and as soon as the first bell rang, I saw that. That motherfucker Joshua, he tried to get on the outside and box like he Willie Pepper something. And I said, yeah, he's scared of that power. But the same thing happened to Dubois when he fought against Joe Joyce, the Juggernaut. And they were saying Joe Joyce whooping his ass in sparring. And they had that motherfucker Dubois as an 8-1 favorite over the Juggernaut. And the Juggernaut went out there and jabbed the shit out there, boy, all day long. Broke his eye socket up.
Yeah, I was going to say, the fight he got stopped by the broken eye socket.
Yeah, absolutely. 9th round KO, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
People were making fun of him, too.
Yeah,
you
but
stopped by a jab. You go out there and get jabbed by the Juggernaut.
He quit. All right, nigga, you go out there and get your eye socket broke and still got 3 more rounds to go. And see what you do.
And
I know
he aiming at it.
They say, look at Anui. Well, goddamn, how many people respond like Anui, though? You know, Anui might just be an outlier. Because he got his eye socket broken against the Filipino motherfucker to hit you with the hook, Donito Donaire.
Donaire?
Yeah, and he fought on. So we'll give him credit for that. But most fighters, when they get a broken eye socket, nigga, it's over with. And I remember when El Perro got his eye socket broken against Erislandy Lord. That motherfucker just straight turned around, man. Fuck this shit, man. I'm done. Square business.
Oh, hell no.
Angulo.
Just break my eye.
Yeah.
You can go ahead. You can go ring the bell right now. I'm out of here. The fight not over yet. Shit, the hell it ain't. I don't know what you're counting for. I just told you it's over.
Yeah, that was Alfredo Angulo, and he was tough as nails. And when he took that left hand from lower and broke that eye socket, nigga, fuck this shit. For real.
Ooh, man. I know that kind of pain. I fell on the rail before. Trying to walk in and be cool, mess with my cousin Pooh Band, fell on it between my legs, and that right there made me say, you know what? I never fuck with another rail again as long as I live.
Yeah.
I don't want to do no gymnastic on the rail, on the horse, on nothing that got a rod. It's going to be where I got to balance my feet on it. And it's a chance of me falling on that mud and busting myself again. Never.
On the rod, you trying to see it on the rod and reel or Master Rod, huh? We ain't seen Master Rod in a while, man. What's up with Master Rod?
I haven't heard from him in a minute.
I saw that he had subscribed to my channel and shit on YouTube. I don't even know how the hell he even came across my profile to even subscribe to my shit. But I was like, man, it's Master Rod. I ain't seen him in a while.
I know he was doing some lives every once in a while. He had started his channel. But that was it. He working on his projects. So gotta leave him to it.
Well, salute to Master Rod, man.
Salute to Master Rod. Hip Hop number 1 say that Rocha last fight was a good one. Maybe edged it, but a draw in the end.
Nah, he won that fight, man. We actually had the other guy. That fight was a 4.5 versus a 4. Roca was the 4, Olympian. The other guy was an AIBA World Championship bronze medalist. I can't think of his name right now. He actually had a fight not that long ago, and he won by knockout. But in that fight right there, Roca just outboxed him, man. He boxed the shit out that man out there. And like I said, we had our money on the other guy. The fight ended up being a draw, so we lost our money anyway. But on Bovada, I think we got our money back on Bovada though. But on Bet US, they don't do that shit, so we just lost right there. And plus on the Sky bets that me and Yasa on in the UK, we lost our money on that shit too. But yeah, Roca deserved that victory, man. I was not pleased that they did not give the man the win that he deserved, because he went out there and boxed the shit out that dude. But that just let me know that his opponent got some politics behind him. And then after his last fight, they talking about they trying to get him a title fight and all that type of shit. So he just had the politics in his favor.
Huh.
Undefeated and all that shit. Roca had already lost to Speedy Ellis and shit like that. I think he had already got knocked out by Santillan as well. So they wasn't trying to derail the undefeated guy for the guy that then already took 2 losses. So it was politics in play, but Roca deserved that win. He boxed the shit out that man.
Well, he said he gonna keep it going against Dubois as well. Can't believe he beat Erkovich. Dubois, when people start really, they start pumping him into the light. In my opinion, he was a 25-year-old. He was kind of young, still trying to find his way. And I don't think people was really giving him a shot because of his personality and the way he acts. The way he talk and stuff like that. So I don't think people was gravitating to him. But boxing is learning on the job, and he seems to be picking it up pretty good. This mystical chin that just showed up out of nowhere. Like old boy said his daddy put some roots on him, and he know this for a fact because he's from over there on the UK side. I can't remember his name. But he has, in my opinion, he's shown a lot of improvement. If we was to give improvement ratings to some fighters, I'd have to say he's improved at least, I'd say at least a good 70-75%.
Yeah, he is the most improved. I can't think of nobody that improved more than him. It still don't make sense to me. It baffles my mind. How are you getting dropped by Kevin Lorena, a former cruiserweight that wasn't even punching that cruiserweight? He done moved up to heavyweight and he's knocking you down 4 times in the fight. You came back and knocked him out. I give him credit for that. But why is Kevin Lorena dropping you? And then you taking flush right hands right on the chin against Ergovich, but you eating this shit. And then you take a right hand from Joshua. Joshua hurts you, back to the ropes. He step in and try to put something on you. Then you land his right hand. Like, you just keep your composure and just keep your eye on the ball. And you land this right hand right on the chin. It don't make sense to me. Like, why is Kevin Lorena hurting you, but you taking these other dudes' punches and not going down? That's why I was so gung-ho about taking Ergovich. I'm still in shock over that shit. I remember OG had jumped on the Discord on voice and shit, talking about, what you say, little bro? Yeah, I still remember that shit. What you say, little bro? I'm over here hot as fish grease. I done lost my money. I done parlayed all my picks with Ergovich over Dubois. I done parlayed that shit on everything. So even all the shit that I got right, I still got it wrong because I parlayed it with that fight and just went over. And here come OG. What you say, little bro?
Bro, when you said it the first time, I promise I kind of heard Big Bro in the background like a mug saying it.
Yeah. Hey, man, I hope when I come here and talk to y'all hear an element of truth in what I'm saying, because I don't like to have no cap in my rap. I can't hang my hat on that. So I ain't gonna never come in here and embellish. I'm gonna come here and keep it real. And that's what he did. I got that shit wrong. He jumped in and he let me know about it.
He laughing right now. He got Smile, laughing emoji going through the chat.
Yeah.
He said he had Roker by a round or two. Cruel, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Real
what I had
cruel.
about 7-5 or something like that. Maybe 8-4 if you want to just be real generous. But I definitely thought he deserved a win though, bro. I didn't think it was a draw. I saw a clear winner in the fight, even though it was close. Maybe 8-4 if you want to be generous, 7-5. But he deserved a win though.
Speaking on Lanier.
No, read that last
Lorena.
comment real quick.
Mystical Chin laughing out loud. Yeah, he can eat shots. Now Hercules tired himself out trying to finish him.
And that's the thing. He tired himself out landing punches. This man got tired landing. It ain't like he was punching and missing, or he was fighting like, let's say, F.A. Ajagba when he fought against Martin McCauley, and he was using his legs and shit on the outside trying to box like he motherfucking shit. I can't even think who a slick boxer that got some good legs that just go out there and move and move and move. I guess like Ezra Landy Lord when he fought against Canelo. He didn't fight like that. This man got tired by landing punches. And Dubois ate this shit, bro. I still can't understand. How did this man eat these punches like this? And now his whole personality done changed and shit. Y'all see how goofy and shit he is now? He real jovial. He always laughing and smiling and just a fucking clown.
I've always thought he was like that. That was one of the things that I noticed about him right out the gate. I was like, he like a goof dude.
I think he done turned it up a notch.
Like that to me.
Yeah, I think he done turned it up a little notch though, like as far as the goofiness. Like now he hitting the table, now he's slapping the table and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? When he talk, he just goofy as hell.
His goofiness is growing as his confidence. His goofiness is his confidence. That's how I'm gonna read that.
But his performance is going along with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing, you know what I'm saying? So
if you're confident in what you're doing and what you're learning, and it starts showing on the job, yeah, I can see that growing. Whoever teaching him or whatever, who's I don't know who was his coach, but I have to give hats off to him for them getting him to understand and absorbing what it is they trying to put to him, because you can definitely see the change in him.
Now they just need to tell him stop wearing them fucking leggings and shit all the goddamn time. Ain't nobody trying to see that shit. But he definitely is coming into his own as a fighter though. Or maybe he done already arrived and he has came into his own. So we'll see what he do with Usyk.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. Speaking of fights that's coming up, hold on. He said, speaking of Lorena, put good money on him, on him to beat Wardley, and thought Lorena.
Put the comment up, brother, so I can see what you read.
I don't think it's typed right.
Speaking of Lorena, put good money on Huni to beat Wardley, and thought Lorena. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck he's saying right there. Lorena.
I think it's supposed to be Lorena rocking him.
Oh, Lorena rocking him, just one of them things.
Oh, that's one of them. My mind trying to tell me that it's saying something. That's why I had paused in the same spot.
Yeah, we put our money on Justice Huni too to beat Wardley and went out there and fucked our money off. Boy, I'm telling you, boy, I thought that was money in the bank, shorty, what you drank. I want to say it was like round 10. I'm already counting my money. Thinking about what I'm gonna bet on next and all this kind of shit. And all of a sudden, right here from Wardley and drop Huni and fuck Huni up, man. I was sick because I think that Wardley had hurt him early in the fight. It might have been the first round. Then the second round, Wardley, I gave him that second round too because Huni was trying to get the legs back up under him. And then from round 3 through like I want to say round 9 or maybe round 10, I gave that shit all to Justice Huni. You could see a clear advantage in skills for him. Then all of a sudden, right hand. And I did notice that Hooney was getting tired in the corner. He was breathing real hard. And then at the beginning of that round that he got knocked out, he was trying to jump around like it seemed like he was trying to wake his legs up. Like he was trying to shake out that lactic acid that was building up in his legs. So I was thinking that maybe fatigue would be a factor. But I thought he had enough to at least finish the fight and make it to the cards. And we can hear what the judges got to say. But he took that right hand, he jumped right into it. Salute to Wardley, man. He is definitely a natural. He a warrior. You know, he beating some guys with some good amateur backgrounds and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he went out there and beat that Frazier Clark. That's an Olympic bronze medalist. Now he just went out there and beat Justice Hooney. Justice Hooney is a AIBA World Championship bronze medalist. This man is beating 4.5s, and he ain't got no amateur background. So salute to Fabio Wardley, but he definitely fucked me out my money that night, though.
He said, got robbed on Hooney. Don't think I'll ever forgive him. And Eric also said that nigga took AJ soul.
Yeah, he did.
That knockout was crazy.
It was.
I mean, man, he just walked right into it. The boy looked like he recuperated so quick, instantly. And bam, there you go. That mistake uppercut from far out.
Yeah, exactly. Threw that uppercut and took a right hand right on the chin. And I posted a picture of Dubois' right hand in the Discord. Did y'all see that shit? How his hand looked? That motherfucker got a hand that looked like the Thing from the Fantastic Four. I'm talking about. It looked like his hand got 10 knuckles or some shit on there. I can't even explain it, bro. It looked like his hand is made of rocks. And he hit that motherfucker with that right hand. It didn't even look like he hit him hard, but he hit him right on the button and got his ass up out of there.
Out of there.
Out of there.
That boy Eric all said, he reading it right. He said, bad typing. Yo, laughing out loud. He said, I had cashed my money in my mind too.
Yeah.
Didn't know you picked him. He got that con chin.
I can't give him that con chin, you know what I'm saying? Because Fabio Wardley do got a good punch. And plus, like I said, Justin Hooney got hurt early in the fight and he got back into the fight. So I can't give him that Amir Khan chin, but man, I was sick when he took that right hand, though, man. I just knew that was money in the bank, but I'm over here feeling like a genius. You know what I'm saying? Because Hooney was the underdog, and we took him by decision. I can't even remember what the odds was. I want to say it was like plus 450 or something like that. Over there in the UK, it'll be like 9-2. You know, so where the fuck is he from? He's from Scotland. That might be part of the UK. But I know on y'all betting sites, y'all got fractional odds. So I think the odds was like 9-2 your way. And yeah, I just knew we was paid, man.
Man. I just remember my reaction when you was like, man, I can't remember exactly what you texted me, but it let me know that I was like, what? Oh.
Yeah, that was tough. He talking about he a skillful fighter. I ain't mean to interrupt. What you saying?
No, I was just saying to myself, this motherfucker done got his ass knocked out at the end of the fight.
Yeah, he was up big too. Hip Hop #1 say such a skilled fighter, Hooney too, and that's what Fabio Wardley was saying after the fight. He talked about, man, I might not have skills like Justice Hooney and a lot of these other guys, but you know he a fight motherfucker. He gonna fight to the end, and you know that's a night that will beat skill, and it do happen sometimes. You know, I just hate that it happened to us on our money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the time where you be like, damn, it couldn't happen to anybody else at any other time. See, hip hop, you had a type impediment. You see, it's daylight in the UK. The excuse.
Oh yeah, it is daylight over there.
Price, man, Hooney, yeah. Scotland is the UK.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. What is the UK? Is Scotland, Wales, and England? Well, I thought London was just a city.
Yeah, London, England. I think England. I think London. They just pair two together to me for some reason.
I thought London was a city.
It is. I'm saying London, England. I know it's London, England. for my I don't know, my mind just always say London, England.
Okay.
It's a court. I don't know. I just London, England. It's just
Yeah, I got you.
he say Scotland, England, Wales. Lala
Yeah.
Dee woke up out her sleep. Portions of Ireland too.
What she say?
Portions of Ireland too.
Oh, portions of Ireland is part of the UK. Okay. I ain't even know that shit.
Hey, we learning something.
Yeah.
I want to ask you what you thinking on this what's his name? Yard Benavidez.
Man, that's a good one right there, man. That's a damn good fight right there. I got to look off into it a little bit more, but I got a 0.5 versus a 0.5 going against each other. Both of them have very limited amateur backgrounds. They both can punch like a motherfucker. I think the Yard is the harder puncher at 175, though. I do think that. Benavidez is the ultimate bully off in there. He showed that he is the emergency fighter of all emergency fighters. That's what he showed against Morrell. So I think it's going to be a good fight, but I would not be surprised if this is a misstep for Benavidez. I think I got to take him, like as far as picks, but Yard can really punch, man. And Benavidez, you can hit him. As a matter of fact, he might have got dropped in his last fight against Morrell, but they didn't count it. You know what I'm saying? But if Yard get the landing on him, I think it could be a misstep fighting Yard, man. I think he can get his ass knocked out. But I do think he got better stamina coming down the stretch. I think that's the number one knock that I have on Yard. If Yard had better stamina, he would at least have one less loss, because I think he could have beat Kovalev, but his stamina betrayed him coming down the stretch.
Right.
But but if he come in, he train and work hard, I think he got a chance to beat Benavidez.
I'm gonna go with the stamina thing for one of the reasons, because the dude is so muscled up.
Yeah.
And I know that the muscles eat up a lot of oxygen.
Yeah.
And Benavidez, we do know, used to be Fat Boy, got a good gas tank. He got a good gas tank, and he's not shy about letting his hands go. I do worry about him getting caught from Yard, and I believe if Yard is going to pull it off, it's going to have to be between 1 and 5. Because I think as it goes on, he'll start getting tired, and Benavidez will be able to take advantage. So I have to lean with Benavidez for the simple reason Yard's gas tank is a big factor to me. But in 1 through 5, before I believe it started taking place, I think he stands a hell of a chance, a good puncher's chance for sure.
Yeah, Yard, he got a loss to a guy that I think he got revenge in a rematch. I can't think of his name. He like a real slick boxer from the UK. So I saw that some slick boxing skills can give Yard some problems. But if you're going to fight him straight up, like if you Kovalev or you Better Beeve or somebody like that and just fight him straight up, he got action. You know what I'm saying? Because he going to fight back. He tough. I got to roll with you, though. I think I would extend 1 through 5 to 1 through 7. Because I think his gas tank is good for 7 rounds. You know what I'm saying? But you're right, though. That muscular frame, it's hard to have great stamina with that kind of frame. And Benavidez, he just got one of them typical freestyle swimmer type of frames. He ain't got a muscle in sight, it seemed like. He just got a straight up fighting frame. And coming down the stretch, that will give him the advantage. But if he go in there and get caught early against Yard, because Benavidez can be hurt. Like I said, I think he got dropped in his last fight against Morrell, but they didn't count it officially. I remember back in the day, too, I can't remember who the fuck did he fight. I know it wasn't Porky Medina. Who did Benavidez fight where he beat the motherfucker by split decision back in the day? I can't think of his name right now, but he put some shots on Benavidez. So I know he's there to be hit. I think his chin got a little susceptibility to it, or vulnerability, or whatever I'm supposed to say. I think it's a very intriguing fight. You know, if like I'm with you, if Yard can put some punches together on him early, I think he can fuck him up. But if he don't, and they come down the stretch, I think Benavidez will fuck him up once the Yard stamina starts decreasing. But one thing I like about Yard, though, is he done been around the block a few times. This ain't a guy that's stepping up for the first time, like Morrell, for example. This is a guy that done fought good competition. He done fought competition that could arguably beat Benavidez, like Beterbiev. I would take Beterbiev over Benavidez, especially the version of Beterbiev that Yard fought. He didn't fight the 40-year-old Beterbiev. He fought like the 37, 36-year-old Beterbiev or something like that. So I think Yard got a good chance in this fight.
Okay, you say you would extend it 1 through 7. I'm gonna stay with the 1 through 5 because at 5, I believe Benavidez has started realizing how to pick the pace up on it. That's why I picked 1 through 5.
But we did see him. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say that Eric All was saying Anthony Dirrell.
What about Dirrell?
I think that's the guy you was trying to think of who he was fighting.
No. He was like a Mexican fighter or some shit. Benavidez beat him by split decision. If D-Lo in here, I know you know what the fuck I'm talking about. I can't think of the dude's name off the top of my head. What's his name?
Gabriel. That's what Lala D say. Gabriel.
Ronald Gavril. Yeah, I think that's him. I think it's Ronald Gavril.
Okay, she said he dropped Benavidez.
That's what I'm trying to get at. I didn't remember exactly that he dropped him, but I know he put something on his ass, and he felt it. You know what I'm saying? Right. And he not like no slick type fighter. He a straight up come fight you type guy. So we have seen some vulnerability from Benavidez. I understand that he El Monstro and all that shit, but he ain't the Terminator. Well, he kind of is the Terminator, but he's not unbreakable. You know what I'm saying? Like you can get to him and hurt him. And Yard is a guy that can put something on you and hurt you. And plus Yard, you know, he think he kind of slick. He think he kind of smooth. So he ain't necessarily got to just step to you in a high guard and just fight you straight up. Yard can put a little move on you and come back with something. So I think this could possibly be a misstep for Benavidez. When I saw this fight coming up, it really surprised me. I'm like, why the fuck would you fight Anthony Yard? Because he really ain't got much to offer you. This could be a misstep. But we'll see. Hey, what was the other comment that he just had? Hip Hop Number One. You ain't got to rush through the comments, man, because when you get to the end of the comments, then you sitting there looking crazy. It's best to just have your conversation and let the comments do what they do, and you get to them when you get to them. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
But he said, "What you think about that Irish fighter, Aaron McKenna, Trey X? Wonder what he is on the scale. He high up there, man. I can't think exactly because I know he come from a fighting family. I want to say he got a brother that fight. That's Aaron McKenna. I think his brother named Tyrone McKenna, if I'm not mistaken. But they both got very deep amateur backgrounds. I want to say they 4.5s, if I'm not mistaken. I got to go back and check for sure. But if I'm gonna just guess off the top of my head, I'm gonna say they 4.5s. At least Aaron McKenna.
Didn't we have him in the Champ Ross? When he part of the fight, one of the this last season?
Yeah, we done bet on him. We done had him in the Champ Ross. I'm pretty familiar with the guys. I'm just kind of drawing the blank and shit. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not the best when it comes to the UK fighters. I got a little something, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't the best, you know. But I do think they're about a 4.5. I'll check to make sure though.
Because I'm trying to remember because I think I watched him fight.
Yeah, they some fighting motherfuckers, the McKennas. I'm about to check right now.
He said Yard average last time, but he raises his Yard was average last time, but he raises his game when he's the underdog. Well, he stands a good chance, in my opinion, 1 through 5 for sure, because you know that's when his hands are the fastest. You know he got the movement. Because I've seen him try to come out and move his body like you would say a slick fighter would, and get behind his jab. But I'm looking for him to try to catch something sneaky in there. That's what they're gonna have to do. Benavidez pretty much come with the high guard all the time, and try to parry shots and stuff like that. But it would be my advice to y'all to work that body as well as just trying to attack the head, because for the most part, Benavidez, I believe, gonna try to cover the head, especially in the beginning, because he knows. I'm pretty sure he knows the yard is dangerous, especially in the opening parts of the fight. And when did they say the fight don't usually start till about round 4 or 5? So by then, everybody should be settled in, and it'll be who works the game plan the best. And I think at that time, that's when Benavidez will start extending more punishment, attacking yard, attempting to put in more punishment. I looked for him to throw some sneaky body shots throughout the fight. Benavidez, that is. You want to try to help slow yard down, zap that muscular frame to the midsection a few times, and pull some of that power out of it.
Okay, to answer his question, we got to give Aaron McKenna actually a 4. I got him mixed up. I think I got him mixed up with his brother, Tyrone McKenna. But Aaron McKenna, we got to give him a bona fide 4. He was 161-9. He fought on the national team and shit for his country. So we give him a 4. We did pick him in a Chan Ross. He went out there and beat Liam Smith.
That's who it was.
Yeah, that's who you were thinking about. But yeah, we give Aaron McKenna a bona fide 4.
Okay, bona fide. Yo, average. Okay, that's what I just answered. I think you.
Bless you.
Thank you. I think you meant Lyndon Arthur, Trey. He made it 2-1 against him last fight.
Yeah, Lyndon Arthur. There we go. Yeah, that's a slick guy. He ain't got a lot of power, but he real slick and smooth out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, slick and smooth will beat you if you can't catch up to it.
Yeah.
Pick you all night. He said he the Terminator just ain't the T-2000.
T-1000, I thought his name was.
Who T-1000?
From the movie Terminator 2.
No, I think he was a T-2000.
I thought it was, man, I'm willing to bet $5 that he was T-1000.
Oh, shoot. Okay, now we got to look it up. Eric Austin, you started this.
Yeah, T-1000.
T-1000?
Yeah.
That sounds more like a dirt bike.
Shit, that's that motherfucker we're running, man. He got probably the
liquid metal dude, huh?
Yeah, that he had the most iconic run scene that I ever seen in a movie.
Chasing behind that car.
Yeah. They said that the actor that played him, though, they say he was a running motherfucker for real in real life.
Oh, wow. So they just enhanced it.
Yeah.
Man, got me thinking about T-1000.
Oh, yeah, that was classic right there.
Wasn't it? Arnold had put him a nice little run together at some point in time in history.
Yeah.
At one point, shoot, he was the hottest thing going on TV.
Oh yeah, he was in that Van Damme era though. That was my guy. But yeah, Schwarzenegger was doing his thing.
Yeah, Conan was when I first really got to know him. People was always talking about pumping iron. I didn't get to that till way later, but Conan was where I met Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. I ain't trying to get drugged into no movie conversation again, because that's
me either. That's why I bagged up quick. I was like, shit, my mind go to that.
I'm trash when it comes to that shit. I'm weak as well water.
I wouldn't say that. You came out with some good ones when we were talking about.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we done covered a good conversation tonight. I'm getting ready to call it quits because I gotta put a brake booster on my truck. Gotta go pick that mug up, and take care of the truck and get it back on the road. Cause my baby duckling about to drive me crazy. Daddy, can I get a ride to the gym? Baby, the truck brakes is bad.
Catch that Uber. I was supposed to be going to the little poker club and shit off in Killeen. And I got to talking boxing and shit, so I ain't even go, but it's all good though.
Oh wow, that was today. I was gonna ask you about that the next time I spoke to you.
Nah, the shit is every day. The shit is every day. I've never seen anything like this. I love the shit. I go in, everybody in a good mood, happy to see you and shit. All different races. They in there gambling like big nose Jews in there. Some of them just giving money away. I'm talking about going all in without even looking at their cards and all kind of crazy shit. I ain't gonna lie though, when I first started playing again, I wasn't winning. I was breaking even. And then I made an adjustment because I used to play and I used to be able to win pretty consistently. But then I noticed that my style that I was playing back then wasn't working today. So I had to get up in my homework and go do my research and bring myself up to date. So since I've done that, I done started beating them. But it's a great place, man. I love that place. You know, I go as much as I can. The only thing is, I be going with my dad and my partner that I told you about. Them niggas be losing. So on the way down there, the conversation be good, but on the way back, everybody's somber.
It's a long ride home.
Yeah, motherfucker be sad as hell when we on the way back. And but you know, it is what it is though, because I be trying to tell them like what I'm seeing, and you know, they just so headstrong, they don't be wanting to listen to me. But you gotta have some humility when it comes to this shit, man, because don't nobody know everything. And if it's something that somebody can teach me, I'm listening. You know, I ain't got that type of pride. You know what I'm saying? Right. But it's a great place though, man. It's like a poker social club, and they also got their own restaurant inside there. So when you're playing, you can order food off the menu. They got the little waitresses walking around serving drinks and serving food, giving massages and all that kind of shit. They got some pretty big games. The games are only 1, 3, and 5, 5, but they don't have a cap on how much you can buy into the game for. You can literally sit down with $3,000, and they don't give a damn. Then they also got a 2, 5, 10 game with $1,000 minimum on Mondays. That's the main game that everybody play in. I haven't played in that one though. That's a little bit too rich for my blood. You know what I'm saying? I can't just be dropping $1,000 on the table every time I play. But as far as the 1, 3 game, yeah, I buy in for $300, $400 off of them games though, all day long. And like I said, you can make some good money because they be buying in for big chip stacks. Them motherfuckers be coming in buying in for $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 on a fucking 1, 3 game. They pulling out the $500 chips and shit in a 1, 3 game. Like, that shit is crazy. But I ain't gonna talk to
go home.
Well, I'm really not that type of person, man. Some people can go sit down at the table and win thousands. I can't. I'm the type of person that's gonna beat you by 1,000,000 cuts. Like, I'm gonna go sit down, I'm gonna beat you for a few hundred, maybe 400, 500, then I'm gonna go chill. Cause look, if you cash out chips, if you sit out for an hour, you could buy in for your original amount. So if you buy in for 100 times the big blind, that'll be 300. Let's say you win 400. You can go sit down for an hour and come back with your original 300 again. Then win again and stash that, win again, and you know what I'm saying? That's how I do it. Yeah, some people can sit down and win 4,000, 5,000 at one time. I got a friend like that. My partner John Pratt, he real good at poker. He can sit down and crush your ass for thousands at one time, but I can't. So I just know who I am. I go in there and I'll play real good for about 2, 3 hours. After that, my play starts to decrease and I don't play as good. So I'll go sit down and go take me a little nap or whatever, go get me something to eat, chill, and get back on the table when I'm boosted again. And go back to work. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I ain't gonna talk you to death though, man. Appreciate you letting me get on the panel. Salute to all my niggas in the chat and shit. Definitely love to talk boxing with y'all. That has never been more apparent to me than when I tried to discuss a simple boxing topic on Facebook, And those remedial short bus riding motherfuckers just had me frustrated. And all I was trying to say was Adrian Broner is tough. He done been in the ring with fighters that can punch. He ain't never been stopped. He done been hurt. He done been in trouble and ain't never been stopped. And they turned this into a big ass circus on Facebook. Like, I'm still in shock over this shit. Like, how could you be so slow? But salute to all my niggas, man. Y'all the only people that I enjoy talking boxing with. Y'all already know what time it is, man. I ain't gonna talk you to that. I appreciate you, OG. I'm gonna get with you next time.
And I appreciate you stopping through.
Yeah.
Sure.
How the fuck I get off this shit? They done changed up the stream.
Yeah, they changed the way it look and everything. He got trapped.
I don't know how the fuck I get off this shit.
Yeah, because it only showed me to remove you, but you still be in the back. Let me see if what's this?
Yeah, go ahead and do that, man, and I'm just gonna close out the whole fucking app.
Okay.
Salute.
Holla at you, bro. Appreciate you. Salute. He said, thanks, Trey, for the information on McKenna. I'm pretty sure he still heard it before he clocked out. Was a great live. Appreciate it. Hope you both have a great weekend. I appreciate that. Thanks. He said, I fought a good fight on AB. Slander in the chat. Okay, you was on there too? Appreciate the great show. I'm glad everybody came through and got a chance to enjoy themselves. But I guess it's about time for me to get up out of here. It's about, it's 12 in the morning. It is now July 16th. Go ahead and pull this up. Out, man. And we finna go ahead and bounce it out of here. I'm gonna hit you with Legit Born, just cause I can. Peace, y'all.
I tell them you can't get like me, oh man, ain't shit like me. Pack strong, hit like me, you broke, can't sit by me. Gang, gang, beside me, we ride till we D.I.E. Bang, bang, don't try me, that fire always be by me. You can't get like me, oh man, ain't shit like me. Pack strong, hit like me, you broke, can't sit by me. Gang, gang, beside me, we ride till we D.I.E. I'm gassed up, ignite me, my cash up, too lit, I be up. I'm a type of nigga that says shit straight. I never did hate, that's a bitch nigga trait. By any means, baby, I'ma get to the cake. I been a real nigga, so it ain't for debate. Beefing with me, get you hit with a stake. She left you for me, saying you the mistake. I can't be replaced. No. Saving what hoes? Do you see me with a cape? I hustle from sun up to sundown. If a hater run up, he get walked down. We be up in that stick on who talk down. Reaching for my shit, 5-5. I be putting in work, I don't clock out. Talking dirty, you niggas get mouthed out. Shout it like how I kick it like Kung Lao. Cause these niggas be chicken, compound. I ain't wanna do it, but have to. I'm the shit like I live in the bathroom. Pull up, eat it, and dip. She fast food. Girl, let me show you what this cash do. I'm going nuts like the cashews. My name in they mouth with a bad mood. Not a brokey, I go with a cash move. I'ma set this shit off if I have to. Hey. Niggas ain't built like me, Bionicles, but you self-made. It's ironic though, you original but you be copying. I'm by my coins, I got that sonic flow. Bruce Lee, Roy, bitch, I got the glow. Probably run a ticket up at Papa Do's. Call me Young Atomic cause I'm about to blow, nigga. Pause, no homo, no homo. You can't get like me, yo man, ain't shit like me. Pack strong, hit like me, you broke, can't sit by me. Gang, gang, beside me, we ride till we D.I.E. Bang, bang, don't try me, that fire always be by me. You can't get like me, yo man, ain't shit like me. Pack strong, hit like me, you broke, can't sit by me. Gang, gang, beside me, we ride till we D.I.E. I'm gassed up, ignite me, my cash up, too lit, I be up. You can't get like me. Pack strong, hit like me. We ride till we D.I.E. My cash up too lit, I be up.